Hello, 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 everybody, and greetings, adventurers of Vera. Welcome to Tavern Talk at the Golden Feather Tavern. We are Vertek and Chibi, keepers of this fine establishment, and so you know, the Golden Feather Tavern is open to all travelers to come and share their thoughts on the inner workings of Vera over a nice tankard of ale, mead, hot chocolate, or any other delicious beverage of choice. So, raise your glass, pull up a chair, as we delve into tonight's discussions. So today is the 14th of January 2025. We're on episode 33 of Tavern Talk. Why Ashes of Creation's community is unique. And Chibi, what do we have on tap today?
So tonight we're going to be talking about all things community, you guys as a community as a whole, and of course we're a part of that. And that can include things like what drew you to Ashes, which is kind of our question of the day, is what brought you to Ashes of Creation? Why did you choose it? What makes Ashes different in terms of the types of, content that you're able to do in Ashes, as well as, talking about what the community as a whole is able to do within Ashes of Creation. Mr. Noobtastic. Hey, Boss Vertex said I can have some mead while I'm here at work.
Do
but if any of these topics sound interesting to you and you've been a part of our Discord and our live streams previously as a guest, we welcome you to join us in our Discord. We are discord.gg/TGF-Tavern. And feel free to come and hang out with us. We're over in the live stream channel. If you want to hang out, just join the live stream queue. We'll pull you right on down. That'll let us know that you're intending on trying to be a part of the live stream rather than just hanging out. And otherwise, for those of you in chat, we ask that you feel free to go ahead and share your thoughts with us. As you can tell, we've gotten the chat function to work finally with both platforms. It just took a little bit of finessing on it, I guess.
It took some fighting. You can say it. We had to fight it.
Yeah, I had to fight it. I basically had to make a whole new thing. And also, if you like this kind of content, consider giving us a like. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube so you can tell when we go live, which is every Saturday, not Friday. I almost said Friday. Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. And that way you'll get a notification. Otherwise, with that, let's get into the chat. And you might notice I have my wonderful microphone back. I have missed it greatly. I broke my other boom arm while playing Ashes of Creation, which was very interesting as a healer, because one second I'm healing, the next second my boom arm's falling on me and I'm just holding it trying to heal. So happy to have this back. But first and foremost, I don't know if you guys saw, but Steven Sharif, the one and only Sandal Lord, posted quite a lengthy tweet today. And it was primarily in response to PirateSoftware. And we're not really a drama-centric channel, so we're not going to get into the drama too much. I can share it over. You can go through the drama yourself if you'd like. Additionally, for those of you watching later, all links are, as always, in the description below. But if you do not know the summary of what's happening, it's really hard. I guess you could say if you've been under a rock, you probably don't know, or if you just don't pay attention to streamers, you may not know. But long and short of it is Narc put out a video, and then PirateSoftware and Asmongold put out videos, and ultimately it led to PirateSoftware interviewing Asmongold. And I guess people are mad at PirateSoftware for doing that. I don't know, not my place. But all of this was Steven responding to PirateSoftware saying like, hey guys, I see that you're frustrated at me. Like, I see that, but this is what I wanted to do, So Steven, actually, do you have it on screen, or did you want to just have people look at it on their own?
If I were to put it on the stream, we'd block it over chat, but yeah, people could probably just go ahead and pop it up on their own.
That's fair.
I will pull it up a little bit on here, at least.
Yeah.
But it just may not be terribly visible.
Yeah, I get that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I find it really silly. A lot of people think that whatever they want to think, about Asmongold. I think Asmongold makes really good content. I think that I used to follow him all the time for World of Warcraft videos, and when he stopped making those, I kind of stopped following him for those. Oh my gosh, we got a super chat.
We did, and oh man, it's cut off. We haven't fixed that yet. I'm sorry. We just got back. Apologies.
It's okay. I can read the whole thing here, though. Do you want me to read it out loud?
Yeah.
All right. So Tom Koch says, I came to Ashes because I miss playing UO and running from murderers in the dungeon shame. The year was 1999, and I was thin.
Oh man, talk about taking us all back.
Ultima Online is unfortunately a game I never got to try, but I've heard many a story about. But
yeah, they had
yes.
they had all the virtues, and the dungeons were named after I forget exactly how they phrased it, but things like shame and whatnot.
Okay,
like the opposite of virtues.
Okay, was murderers like a type of creature in the dungeon of shame, or was he talking about like PvPers?
PvP. People
okay, I had a feeling. I just wanted to confirm. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. UO shout out, Great Lakes Shard represent. But yeah, no, I think honestly, people have their opinions of Asmongold. People have their opinions of other people, and you're not going to make everybody happy, and that's just the reality of it. I don't really know why they are upset with PirateSoftware. I mean, honestly, I agree with Mr. Noobtastic. I think they both did really, really good job. And they talked about it because, so the way that PirateSoftware explained it, I don't know if you've seen this, Vertec, but he was saying that he was chatting with Asmongold about it because, PirateSoftware, for those of you that don't know who he is, he comes from a game development background. So he has kind of a better understanding of some of the things that are happening. And so that's why he and Asmongold were having a conversation. It was actually very interesting to listen to. And I don't know. I felt like it was really decent content. It was just like, hey, this is what was happening and this is why it wasn't accurate or what have you. And it was just two people like us talking about Ashes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Steven decided to retweet PirateSoftware, kind of saying that he was aware. Tom and I probably PvP'd each other. Very nice, Wizzy. Very, very nice. I'm actually playing the Legend Shard right now. It's fun. A lot of nostalgia. Oh, that's awesome. A lot of UO players in here. Yeah. I love that. So that was my favorite game for the longest time. I kind of wish they redid it. Do you remember what shard you were on? No, I don't. The last time I touched it was forever ago, to be honest. It's like 2003 or something. I only wish I was into gaming at that point. No, I guess it was a little bit after that, because it was... Yeah, it's probably closer to 2006, actually. Yeah, 2006. Gotcha. Had to think. So, Steven said, I have to say, Ashes has been a bit of a melting pot for gamers of various interests. From PvPers to PvEers, explorers to RPers, crafters and homemakers, in part, this diversity stems from my own eclectic style as an MMO player. I sort of love it all, and I feel like each part of each of these player types in a way. As players, we follow similar habits in games as we do in life. We find like-minded groups in society, and we plant our flags. This sense of tribalism is ingrained in our minds as a survival mechanism. It's how we made it out of the Stone Age as a species and built civilization, but I wanted to take a moment and reflect on some of the sentiment of engaging with people who may not share your tribe. And this is something that, Vertec and I have to kind of deal with, but like to a very minor degree, because a lot of you in the community resonate pretty well with us, I'd like to say. We tend to be very neutral, so we just like hearing people's opinions and sharing ours. So it's kind of all it is, in a very respectful space. And then I see people talking about missing UO. Ghost
Yeah.
Crow says UO shout out as well. 15 years on Great Lakes. Oh, you were also on UO? Oh man, welcome
Yeah,
in, by the way.
I was gonna call it right about the time that Wizzy called it out there. It's like a Great Lakes reunion here.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Were you also on Great Lakes for Attack?
No, I honestly can't remember which server I was on. I can't. And I think the biggest reason is because I bounced around a bit. I was migrated kind of with WoW, where I'd play with some people and they would fizzle out, and I'd jump to a different server or something just to check it out, and I'd connect up with some other people there, and I'd play around there for a little bit. And
Gotcha.
so I was a what's the word? It's escaping me. Vagabond, just cruising around, causing mischief everywhere I went, but
Good evening, Exile.
never really staying in one spot too long.
Gotcha. A nomad?
A nomad. There we go. Zeke's got it.
Thank you. I was on Chesapeake. Oh, very nice. So Stephen continues, in a world where algorithms push us deeper into echo chambers, it's more important than ever to engage with people who see the world differently. And that's one of our favorite things to do here on the Golden Feather Tavern. A lot of people have asked us, why did you get so-and-so on? They don't even like this game, or like they seem like they don't even like the stuff that you guys like. And I'm like, that's exactly why I want to bring them on. Because hearing a different in perspective can really open your mind to just thinking about the same thing in a different light. Maybe they have a different perspective and a different experience with the same systems as you do, and they can explain things in a different way that you probably would have never experienced or thought of. And that's also like what's really fun about bringing on guests all the time here. That's part of the whole premise of making the Golden Feather Tavern, is to hear other people's opinions on the game, because we know you guys are coming from all walks of life and all playstyle types. I mean, Vertec and I are very different playstyle types as it is. So yeah. The only way Ashes can succeed is if it has a large enough player base to sustain it. MMOs need players who might have unique perspectives on what makes for good game design. I agree. And taking a break while I wait for Rogue? Absolutely, Zeke. That makes sense. Soon, TM, right? How is everyone? We're liking Alpha 2 pretty well. Can someone call Steven? I want my OC back. I know. Just one more day, you guys. One more day. It'll come back on Thursday in the afternoon.
Gotta get that addiction back online.
Right. But from what I saw in the PTR notes, they're updating some stuff, so it's pretty nice. Maybe not all the things that we're hoping for, but just stuff. You logged on last week for the first time.
Thanks, Skills.
Thanks, Skills, yeah. Apparently they made it so Firebrand is no longer terrorizing freeholds anymore. They kind of fixed it. They offered you the ability to delete your caravan, but I guess right now it's deleting all the caravans and not just the one particular one. So you just realized this is live. That's all good. Welcome in. So Stephen continues, talking with those of opposing views isn't about agreeing with everything they say. It's about fostering understanding. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. It happens when we listen, learn, and challenge our own perspectives. And I think that's why Intrepid really loves hearing our thoughts on things. That's why they have the dev discussions. That's why they ask for feedback all the time. I don't know if you guys have done it, but going to the forums and posting your feedback on Ashes, letting them know what you think they need to work on and what you think that they're doing great on is just to really help. Don't forget that second part. Don't forget to tell them what you think they're doing great about. Okay? Because, I'm sure you felt really great when someone complimented you. And I'm sure that they could also, amidst a sea of this is broken and why can't this be fixed, there's a nice little beacon of, hey, you guys are doing an amazing job at this. I think it helps morale a lot because he engaged with a particular CC. Yeah. But just to clarify about this drama, and I'll move on if you don't mind. So are they mad because he talked to Asmon about the game in general? Yeah, Beastly pretty much has it. Hello. Good morning to you. Good evening to us.
Yeah, it was more along the lines of there's some people out there making comments on videos and whatnot are disparaging the. Well, they were disparaging Ashes and whatnot. But then when Asmon and PirateSoftware ended up chatting, they started going hard on those two with calling them chill and this and that and the other. When it's like, no, just got some time in the game. All you gotta do is watch some videos, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
and I mean, seems like zero positive feedback and there's a lot to love. Exactly, John, exactly. And that's why I like to try to remind people, like, constructive criticism is very important. Make sure you're phrasing it in a way that's constructive and helpful and not just this system sucks, because they're probably going to get that a lot. But for every system or every feedback where you can say, hey, I love this idea, but I think it could be better this way, I think that'll really help them. And then on top of that, just saying, you know, what you think they're doing great. It's just, again, that nice little boost of morale.
Yeah, that, and I mean, Stephen's also said before that, you know, the best piece of feedback you can give is just what you're experiencing, what you think of something. It feels bad, or it doesn't feel right, or this feels amazing. And then
you don't
kind of
have to
let the
come up with the
developers
answer.
Yeah, let the developers extrapolate from that. So you don't necessarily always have to have a solution, but at least when you're stating the negative, at least bring it up in a constructive manner. Like, I'm feeling like this system just isn't quite on the mark. It feels kind of weak. It feels kind of like it's just there to do something, fill a space, but it doesn't have a purpose.
Right.
Something along that is constructive. You're describing why it doesn't feel good.
The game will never die if people keep talking about it. Talk good or bad, but keep talking. Yeah, I mean, they say any publicity is good publicity, but it's one of those things where it's one thing to talk bad about a game and say that you don't like the game and that you think the game is not succeeding, but I think it's another to mislead people.
Yeah.
I think that goes like a little step too far.
Ghost, you have it kind of right on the nose there. It's the amount of progress that they're making in short periods of time that's just kind of astounding, really.
Yeah, I was just about to read that out loud. And actually, somebody saw, I think we'll get to it later, but I put up a Reddit post. I actually put it up on all of the platforms, the forums, Reddit, and our Twitter. And I asked people, like, what brought you to Ashes, which is our question of the day. And somebody said that, you know, similar to you, Ghost, that, you know, they were coming from Star Citizen, and comparatively Ashes feels very polished, especially as an alpha, and I'm really excited to hear that. Yeah, when my argument starts to deceive their audience to make their point valid, then they've lost the argument. Yeah, I agree with that too. Thor. Yeah. So Stephen continues with, if we only surround ourselves with those who think the same way, we lose the opportunity to learn from others. We have more in common than what divides us, but we'll never know it if we refuse to have conversation. And I found that here on our channel when we've had Pockets on, because Pockets and and Lloyd, they both really love PvP, and I'm not super into it, but there's some stuff that we really both love and we both care about, you know? And
I'm just saying, I think spacebar is the best skill in any game. And yet we have some people who I would call good friends of ourselves and the show and the community that would absolutely disagree with me 100%. Like, it's definitely a hill that they would be happy to die on.
Yeah. So, Wizzy says spacebar only skill.
It's the best skill, at least. I mean, I bind spacebar to some other keys just to make sure I have it covered. But
do you really?
I use some things. I use some things outside of spacebar. I have to block every once in a while as a tank, you know?
Who needs blocking when you have a cleric behind you?
True story.
It's great to see you too, Sivet. Welcome in. Hi. So Stephen continues saying, I'll never shy away from difficult discussions. Understanding your fellow humans requires seeing them, hearing them, and yes, sometimes disagreeing with them. We don't always have to agree with everyone we talk to, but we should be willing to talk. And that's how bridges are built. That's how progress is made. And I think that's why Steven really loves making Ashes, because he knows that there's going to be conflict in Ashes, but sometimes after some really intense conflict, some really strong bonds can get formed. And I'm really curious to see how, you know, Ashes continues to be built, you know, in that manner. And he says, as the director for Ashes, I enjoy engaging with everyday players in the alpha. Casuals, sweat lords, small streamers, big streamers, everyone has a unique perspective. One of the things that I appreciate about PirateSoftware is his desire to help foster better understanding of game development with such a large audience. It's a refreshing take for a developer to see on a daily basis. So keep doing you, brother. And I agree. As somebody who went to college initially for game design, I don't know that much about game design because I started college as game design art, and I started getting into it a little bit, but then I got into coding and I swapped careers. I'm still a software engineer, but I'm not a game developer. I am a web developer.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. Some of the systems are the same on how you approach things, but the way that you actually handle game development is very different than web development. So there's certain things that I can't talk to specifically, but I think Thor does a really good job of doing it.
You do. Well, he's got a whole lot of background and such like that.
Yeah.
And more, to be honest, and more. Like jumped into the field I work in and just ran with it and then circled right back around to game dev again.
Yeah. And honestly, we mentioned this on our podcast a couple of times. I think we've mentioned this every time we've been live, but I cannot stress how grateful I am that Thor is the type of person that he is, where if he finds something like Firebrand being bugged, he will kill Firebrand. He will delete the items that they got from Firebrand right there on stream as proof and make it so that other people can't exploit a bugged world boss. And I love that. I think that's very valuable. Oh, yeah, I've seen it, Euphorix. I've seen it. And I think that was chopped up to miscommunication or something, and that's unfortunate. But I mean, I will say people are way more tied to their hardcore WoW characters than we should be with our AshesofCreation Alpha 2 testing characters.
yeah, it's totally different vibes there. And I'll say this is, I mean, we try not to dive too much into the drama stuff, but I'll at least say this bit that as speaking as somebody who's not a hardcore WoW player, so I don't really know what it feels to get that much attachment to your character and have it die. I think at least rewatching that little video that people went bananas about seems like they're going a little excessive with it, but
yeah.
Again, that could just be me. I also haven't played a WoW character that deep and that hardcore and lost it or been close to losing it, so I just may not know the feelings.
I also have no idea what level they are, so that might make a big difference
60.
too.
60 is I think where they're at. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So Doesn't Balance asked, are there any wipes between alphas? They mentioned that they're going to do their best to not wipe if they can help it, but there may still be wipes if they need to do it. And I think that would include something like if a system is bugged so badly that they need to fix it on the ground level up, and it's going to affect a lot of things, then I could foresee them wiping something like that, especially from phase 2 to phase 3. But otherwise, I think they're looking at maybe wiping certain things. Like, for example, it was mentioned that Steven was thinking of wiping on the freehold system specifically. Otherwise, they said that they were going to do their best to maybe just open up a new server with the new fixes on that server. I'm in love with the game, 300 plus hour on Bard now, and I have no notes. Oh, they're going to make it better? Great. Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's the fun part. And Alpha Zuma might be kind of on kind of on the nose with that, and that right there shows how good the game is in an alpha state. That all right, who was it? Somebody, because I read it and I wanted to go back and read it. Somebody actually says that people just aren't really recognizing that it's an alpha.
Yeah.
And
that was actually Tom. Tom says, I actually have found that most people don't understand this is a true alpha. They're used to playing games from
there it is.
Steam where an alpha state, but there's a difference.
Yeah. So Tom had it right there. Like, a lot of people just don't know that it's actually an alpha. And if it feels good enough and it plays good enough as a true actual alpha where they're introducing core features, they're not just polishing things. They're not just adding content. They are adding core features as we test it. They're adding this stuff in that changes how everything functions. And someone actually can make a statement by saying, I have 300 plus hours on Bard and have no notes.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't written anything down. They've been just having a ball, like testing and playing and like just experiencing what the world has to offer in an actual alpha is just fantastic. That should speak volumes right there.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, there's some things that I think that need work, but again, I mean, I've been talking.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you with the laugh, but I just read Taco's comment about the horrors of his Tamagotchi dying in hardcore mode.
Meanwhile, on the opposite side, I was literally trying to murder my Furby because it was creepy as all hell.
Oh, did I tell you the story about my roommate and my Furby?
No, I'm scared though. They creep me out. I'm not gonna lie.
So my mother's a collector type, right?
Hi, Anthony.
She collects things that look like they might have value down the line, where she just finds amazing. And for some reason, she kept this Furby that was like a dark purple, like my favorite color. Just saying, my favorite color, like a dark, rich purple, and it was like a little wizard Furby. And she ended up giving it to me at one point. Like, I think I was like 25 at the time, and she gave it to me. And I kept it in the box for about a year, and then I was like, F it, I'm just gonna pull it out. It's a Furby, I'm gonna play with it. And my roommates at the time thought it was creepy enough that I came home from work one day to see on the kitchen table a Furby suicide note, a bottle of ibuprofen spilled across the top of the table, and my Furby hanging from a leather cord from the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
Saying it just couldn't take it anymore. It was Furby went all in.
Meanwhile, I just stuck mine in the closet and like turned it away and like put blankets on top of it, and I just like shoved it in there. I didn't go that far.
really wish I'd kept that little Furby suicide note, because it was,
for shame, you guys.
Oh my gosh, it was the craziest scene I've ever walked into coming home from work.
Oh, I bet.
And if Furby had just talked it out with us, if he had just spoken to us a little bit more.
Oh my god.
Oh man, but okay, sorry for the derail. It's just the Furby was mentioned, and it brought up traumatic memories of how my Furby was lost.
Welcome to Tavern Talk. This is way more relaxed. At least he repeated it.
Right. I think that Furby's ghost is still haunting that house to this day.
I love that, Steven. I'm sorry. Furby's opened the door for Elf on the Shelf. Oh no! If you saw the signs, man. Oh my gosh, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. They've made a return. They've made a comeback, and I don't know how to feel about it. I think the new ones are creepier than the original ones. But I digress. You love that, Tinker? Thank you. That was my Christmas present to him.
Yeah.
This was a present from our friend, so we both have one now.
Yeah. That one has a handle almost like Steven's ceramic mug.
It does. It feels really weird for me because I'm like, I have to do like one of these, I feel like, or just like hold it really strangely. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the sub. I'm sorry that our YouTube is being a little bit of a jerk over there, but I see you. Thank you so very much.
We appreciate you.
So back to normal stuff and not Furby conversation, because that was such a digress. I'm sorry. I asked you guys today what drew you to Ashes, and thank you so much, Tom, for sharing yours in the super chat. I super appreciate that. So Tom's was because he missed playing Ultima Online, and this is honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised I got more answers from Reddit than I got from the forums. Maybe forums are a bit more of a slower conversation area, but the two main ones besides hope, because OTR says hope is why. Bam says the initial Kickstarter video and trailer is what drew them to Ashes. And Desmerizing says, saw one of AOC streams like 2.5 years ago. Before that, I'd only heard of Ashes, but kind of dismissed it entirely. And the stream was recommended by a friend, and I thought that was really sweet. And hello, Corvin. Hello, all. Long time no see. The time out of the community, but I heard whispers on the wind that the time of Rogue is upon us. It is coming. It is coming, good friend. Now is a great time to enter back and await the whispers of Rogue later this month, probably.
It's true. Getting close.
It is approaching. The time is approaching.
Nemesis even mentioned something about Rogue real quick, saying, but yeah, still waiting for Rogue. Don't want to burn out on it by playing an archetype that he's not into. It's not mechanically bad, but just because it's not the style.
I do hope we get a sneak peek at the end of this month, though. I don't know if they've announced what they're doing, but it would be really cool because, I mean, he kind of was showing off two-handed daggers on his stream the other day. And, I mean,
he was.
Steven's already OP, but he murdered them.
And spears,
he also murdered people with the spears.
Yeah, because, by the way, somebody the other day was really awesome to us. And by the other day, I mean, like, last night. Dusty Y rated over to us, and I looked through a bit of his stuff, and it turns out Steven walked up to it and was like, let me test out this spear, and like stabbed him.
Dusty's the one that got murdered?
Yeah.
Oh no,
that's why his stream last night said days since Steven killed me. 1. Yeah. Pulled out a spear, and he was like, oh wow, yeah, look, a spear, let me test this out. Turned around and whack. Got him. Turned him into dust.
Wiped
instantly.
In 1 second. Mm-hmm. 1 second he was looking at a sphere. The next second his own ashes. 20 years of WoW. I needed a new game. Been loving Ashes. Very much the same, Eric. I mean, maybe not that long, but yeah, very much the same. 10k crit. Yeah. I don't even have 10k health points, so
I have almost exactly half of that as a tank.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Half of that.
Your character would die in D&D is what I'm hearing, and you would just be, there's no hope of getting you back.
It was a true smiting from a god.
It was a true smiting from the Sandal Lord.
Yes, the Sandal Lord hath spoken and stabbed.
And went corrupted doing so. So one of the gods of Vera went corrupted for you, Dusty. Wizzy McNasty says, lazy peon showed me UO nostalgia, so I came in to find you all lovely people. Aww.
No.
Zeke says in Steven's last stream, he mentioned Rogue was coming in about 1.5 months. Rogue comes in and the influx of gankers is gonna happen. I feel it probably. Gotta catch up on the news. Yeah, absolutely, Corvin. Does Rogue have a steal function? That is what I heard. And I think it was confirmed last night that it was only enemies, right? Because I was starting the conversation of like, okay, well, if we're having Rogue, should we be able to put our gold away? And they're like, oh no, it's just like the enemies that they could pickpocket, like NPCs maybe?
Yeah. So that's part of us being away. We've been so busy trying to get everything, like the house and everything, back together from the hurricanes and all. So we didn't catch a couple of live streams, including the one where they talked about it, a lot of that. But from what I understand, there's still confusion on what enemies means. But
a lot of that was actually in Steven's own live streams, not even the dev stream.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, we missed some of that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and try to watch the VODs on that. Don't pick my pockets. I have poop. Yes, don't worry, Basil. I shall protect your poop.
But Brody, I have a question for you. So if you got into Ashes because Steven was the guild leader, was your guild leader in Arcade.
That's awesome.
Do you see his like guild leader style coming out in at least some of the early videos and some of the early interviews with Ashes?
Also,
and have you seen that evolve and change? Or has it just been amplified?
Also, the gamer version of Steven that we've seen, is it his final form or not?
Yeah, is it his final form? Bom, bom, bom.
I'm very curious.
With the respectfully stated, with the butt pulls and such, and staring at the moon while his party's dying when he's playing cleric. Is that all for show, or is that classic Steven? Question mark.
Oh my gosh. All right. So the next version of this, while we wait for that, is on the Reddit. And I'm just sharing this with you so you can also see our comments on here. And I think the downvote is just because it says that we're a community podcast. I don't think that there's actually any negative feedback from this. All feedback I've seen so far has been positive, but people just don't really like content creators on here, and that's okay. I understand. Mm-hmm. Reddit's been hurt by content creators before.
They have, and honestly, it's even in the recent years, there's just been an overflow of everybody wants to be a content creator. And people's complaints, they hit me in my soul, because I was a DJ for a really long time, and then they made it easier to be a DJ and gave digital tools to everybody that everyone can just pick up an iPhone and suddenly they can mix songs on their iPhone, and suddenly everybody was a DJ, and I couldn't make even like spare change to try to spin a show anymore because everyone wanted to do it for free. So I feel that like when they start coming out of the woodwork, it starts to feel like overload.
Wizzy says Reddit is just hurt, period.
Also fair.
Brody says, oh, I saw it when he went off on Dark on Asmon's stream, but he's been reserved due to being a professional CD. And I absolutely understand that. I've seen tiny snippets of Gamer Steven, and I live for Gamer Steven, but I also understand corporate Steven needs to reside there too. yeah.
They have to share a brain. They have to share a body, believe it or not.
Yep.
But it is really refreshing to see that Steven come out every once in a while. It feels like good just seeing that unbridled passion come out for a quick minute.
Yeah. Absolutely Taco says, why Ashes? Real community. Miss UO. Hope feels realer than other MMOs. Not a lot of shortcuts. Real work for real rewards. And I really appreciate that. I agree. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've heard stuff similar. I'm going to go ahead and pin this over here too, though, just so people joining us can see. But yeah, so what drew you to Ashes? And I said, we have a lot of new faces that have joined us since Alpha 2 has begun. Welcome, by the way, you guys. I know some of you may have been around for the last couple of months while we were away, but we're happy to be back again. And we're happy to meet a lot of the new faces. And so we're saying, what about Ashes are you most anticipating or most excited for? For Vertec and myself, there are a few things. Overall, Ashes revealed itself as a unique take to mmorpgs. It does also have beautiful graphics and intricate systems that weave together to make the world feel like it is truly alive. We may not see it at its fullest potential currently, but the signs are there. And Vertec, why did you join Ashes? What drew you specifically to join AshesofCreation?
Me specifically, it was a combination of things, right? So definitely just seeing the developers talk about it, and by developers I mean literally it was a handful of people. Yeah,
they started with like 7 people way back in like 2017.
So it was mainly Steven talking about it, but some other people's had some words in it too, and just watching them talk about it and getting in the Discord and talking to people in there and seeing the developers, again, just a handful of them, just like absolutely engaged and really psyched up about it, and hearing the vision that you're going to have to work for what you want, which always sucks while you're doing it, right? While you're working for your rewards, it always feels so just like, why can't they make this easier? But when you finally accomplish that, and you look around and you're like, wow, I'm actually one of the few people that got here. it felt like everybody was going to get here before I did, and I got here early. Like that's an amazing feeling. But
Aw.
also,
Thank you. Sorry,
Oh.
Two Santos says, "Hi guys, I'm loving watching you guys talking about Ashes. I'm testing Alpha 2 and I'm having a lot of fun. Thank you for the content." And thank you so much for the sweet comment. That's very kind of you.
Well, thank you for stopping
Welcome
in. Thank you for
in.
taking the time to make a comment. Like, much
Yeah.
appreciated. But yeah, like that, all of that, and just hearing the vision, and plus reading through the descriptions
gosh.
of the races. I also
Yes.
fell in love with the Vec. The idea of the Vec. It's an orcish class with an orcish background that's obsessed with stars, astrology, the constellations, and it just felt a lot different than the usual orcish, like, make war, not love type, you know?
And for those of you that are new, they used to have bug eyes initially.
Yeah. One of the early fiddling somebody did with the character creator. It was nightmare fuel. I think it's still on the wiki, but that image should never be shown again. Should never be shown again.
But yeah, if you ever see like a drawn character of like a bluish purple character and like a blonde elven character, that's our like original characters for Ashes in like a VTuber / drawn format. So yeah, he's Vec and I'm Pyre. I like Pyre. I'll get into mine in a second, but if you don't mind, if you're finished, there's some comments that people have made. A couple new people have also popped in and shared their thoughts with us. Artisan says, "I saw a video about the game and I saw the devs talking about the game with passion and I felt it. Absolutely, 100%. I think whenever the devs talk about Ashes of Creation, and like whenever you hear Steven talking about his devs and the way that he gives all of them credit, you can just feel the passion within the whole entire team, even now. So Dino. Yes, my Twitch finally works. It was like Hunt Showdown. Wizzy says, "I miss bacon and toast." Unfortunately, we never got bacon on, but we did get a chance to interview Lieutenant Toast, Miss
Lieutenant Toast. She was one of our favorites. We loved her.
She was very sweet. Yeah, she was a great community manager or moderator for a little while. Nemesis says, "Reason I was here was back in 2017, 2018 when the first Kickstarter video popped up, and seeing how unique it is compared to other MMOs makes me follow the game until now. And this is coming from a person who never played the mainstream MMO games, just niche ones that live and die after a month thanks to pay to win stuff." And that's very interesting, Nemesis. I didn't know that about you as long as you've been here with us. Excuse me. And I think that, Vertec and I, we've been here since the Kickstarter as well. We've been watching the game over the last X amount of years just kind of flourish and grow and become what it is today. And we're so excited to be able to enjoy it with all of you. And then I read Two Santos's thing. I think is it Mugen or Mugen HG says, "New viewer here. I feel like Ashes captures the true essence of what a MMO is supposed to feel like. The game also heavily reminds me of another MMO called Dark Age of Camelot." And we've heard that as well.
I've heard that a lot, actually. It kind of makes me sad I never picked that one up. And I can't remember why, but it probably had something to do with WildStar.
Yeah, Wizzy, I am one drink deep. I can't math at the moment, so thank you for mathing on my behalf. But yes, I also never, unfortunately, got the chance to check out Dark Age of Camelot. But we'd love to hear about your perspective on things, because some of the things that you guys are seeing in Ashes that you are reminiscing about from these other games is just very exciting for me to hear. And I'll be showing some of those when we get into the Reddit conversations, but yes.
But for now, there's a fight to join. I'm joining.
There is a fight. So we have a PvP going on called Battle of the Hill or Champion of the Hill. You just do !join if you're on Twitch. Unfortunately, we have not figured out a way to combine this over to YouTube, but !join, your little icon will go up there with some random weapon, and once the fight's starting to come to an end, you'll start seeing people flying off in random directions. Warcraft.
I tried really hard.
Your stepdad five
Your
says
stepdad.
55 says Warcraft, and I've played World of Warcraft. I never played Warcraft though. So while we wait for the PvP tournament, Kato says the grind is what people want. Nobody wants to play a game that you can max level in a week. Absolutely, Katos, absolutely. And I think that is one of the things that Steven's very passionate about, is making sure that, you know, our time leveling and our experience with leveling is slowed down so that you can really enjoy the experience. This is Ashes of Creation. We're not live currently in Ashes of Creation. This is a from the most recent dev live stream where they went into Befallen Forge, which is their most recent recently added POI. It's an open world dungeon. There's a lot of lava and everything in there, but it does look very close to Black Forest Forge Depths, or I forgot what the BFD is, but yeah, Black Fathom Depths. I haven't played WoW in like a long time. Sorry.
Yeah.
But Wizzy says, "Welcome to the kindest stream on Twitch." Thank you so much for that.
I love you,
That's very
Wizzy.
sweet. And then let's see. Toast kept us all in line in Alpha 1. Yeah, absolutely. Nemesis says, "Yes, I'm a veteran in this community, a long time coming." Absolutely. It's been very nice to like have some people to kind of go along with things. I do make an appearance. I was just on my headset last night. I was not feeling very cammy last night.
Yeah, she was in audio only, hanging out in Discord with me. Chilling.
Yeah. I haven't smacked anyone with a finger in a hot minute.
All right,
won
so
that anyway?
Mugen, since you say that the AOC is the gold standard, and in your opinion the best PvP an MMO has ever offered, how do you feel about the direction that Ashes like open world PvP objectives like the caravan system, and even though we haven't really seen it, things like the node wars, and you probably maybe saw some videos at least of some guild wars and such like that. How do you feel that that's progressing along, and even how the combat looks and feels?
And while he takes the time to respond, we have Billsbub, who also added, "What brought me to Ashes? I backed Chronicles of Illyria. My wife, Shaka Khan." I know Shaka Khan.
Oh, Shaka Khan.
Didn't
We had her
like
on.
it and discovered
Yes.
Ashes, had Animal Husbandry, and kickstarted it instead. I guess she was right, and now I'm all in too. Aw. Very nice to meet the Shaka Khan, hubby.
Mr. Shaka Khan. We love us some Shaka.
Yeah. And now I'm all caught up on chat, so there you go. That's everybody in chat so far giving us their thoughts of what brought them to Ashes.
And I was trying to catch up as well. You already got Alpha Zoom asking what server we're on?
I did not.
All right, yeah, we're on Leneth.
Yes. Also,
we're on
welcome
the
in,
chill.
Alpha.
The
Yeah,
chill
we're
of the
over on
two
Leneth.
NA servers. Yeah.
And it's been very fun over on Leneth, despite there being pirates on there, and I think a lot of people are scared of pirates. It's been very chill, honestly. Like, if you pick a fight with pirates, you pick to fight with pirates. But I don't think they go out of their way to grief people necessarily, unless you're Vertec being solo on his own caravan.
Sorry, what was that? What about picking on me?
Unless you're Vertec being solo in his own caravan.
Oh gosh, no, that was not supposed to say off. That was supposed to say oof. It's supposed to say oof yourself. No, not off yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was the worst typo ever. That was the worst typo ever. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh my god.
Don't anybody do that. Holy cow. The wrong letter. Double type.
Oh my god. You're killing me.
I'm gonna retire now. It's been a good run, folks. It's been a good run. We came back. We got a good half week out of it. I think that's good.
PB forced to no longer stream because Heavy tells the viewer to off themselves.
It was a good run.
We can see it now. See ya, boys.
Hey, I already celebrated my 3-day streak attending streams here, so we're good. I got that celebration out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
As soon as I hit enter, I was like, no. No.
The panic in your eyes.
Holy
Well, it
cow.
was good to see you for the short time we had.
Right?
Oh my
See,
gosh.
my puppy came running upstairs and she's now trying to jump in my lap for support at the moment. She heard my
She's making
distress.
sure he's okay. She
Yeah.
was like, this is the most animated he's gotten in a while. So whenever Vertec gets animated, she's like, "Are you okay, Dad?"
It's my emotional support animal. Didn't even have to train her.
That makes me think of Steven's typo on server. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. I see we have some duck lovers. I think it was something along those lines.
Yeah.
But it was missing the U. And that became a very expressive chat for the next 10 minutes.
Yes, it did. The classic duck lovers. Oh no,
Ducks
don't eat the
ducks
ducks,
are
Fupa.
delicious.
You don't eat the ducks. The ducks are not for eating. Yes, quack, quack, quack.
I actually worked as a cook at, or a chef, if you will, at a tavern type place that had an amazing duck dish. It was just a giant slab of duck breast with this almost like Thai chili sauce. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Yeah. Ducks are our friends, not food.
Not
exactly.
food.
Nom nom nom. But yes, Alpha, we are over on Lineth, and it's been pretty nice. I've been enjoying it, honestly. So yeah. So moving to what some people on Reddit have said that why they've joined Ashes. We have Zazazin. I don't know how to say this person's name. There's a lot of these. But they said an alternate progression with professions and so on, so you can be important person by being a good crafter instead of an adventurer. So essentially, you could like make something of yourselves instead of just being like the best adventurer possible. Evolving world to explore. Node system looks dope AF, especially as quest lines or world bosses that appear in one realm, because nodes develop one way and something completely different happening in a different realm, which is exactly what we're seeing with Lineth versus Vyra currently. Hype to experience sandbox social MMORPG, which someone corrected them saying this is a sand park MMO. Some mechanics being nostalgic from games I played in childhood, like Lineage 2, WoW, Silk Road Online. Hope things here get good and polished and it overtakes them. Class system that works on similar ideas like Grim Dawn or Titan Quest is cool. Always liked that part. And also the hope that they will fulfill most of their promises in the upcoming years, because they promise lots of cool stuff and I like cool stuff.
Cool stuff is good. And first off,
stuff is good.
Wizzy, have an amazing night. Thank you for stopping by. We'd love to see your smiling text. And
cheers to you. Thanks again for the subscription, for renewing your subscription here on Twitch. Rest well.
But second, I rarely hear anybody mention the Silk Road MMO. Like nobody ever really mentions that. I've never really heard of it, so I played it for a little bit there. Elaborate on what that is? It was very much an Eastern MMO, very grindy. Very grindy. Like 3 quests in a row, and I'm not even joking about this. We'll send you out for tiger skins, tiger teeth, and then go kill X amount of tigers. Oh no. So you get the RNG out of the way, and then you just gotta go finish off a predetermined number of creatures, so it's not all RNG. But those 3 quests, you would take one, you would turn it in. They would tell you, okay, now that you got all those claws, go grab those teeth. You go get those teeth. You come back, you turn them in. Okay, now just go kill a bunch more of them. Okay. This is me 3 hours into 2 quests of just grinding mobs. But beyond that, it was actually not bad. I played an archer more than anything. It was pretty. Okay. It was a pretty game, at least at the time. Pretty. I don't know what it looks like compared to today's graphic standards, but at the time, it was actually pretty beautiful. It was pretty beautiful. Good to know. Yeah, it's interesting looking at some of the things that we used to love, like when we were younger, that we thought were like, this is peak. I mean,
look at some of the Lara Croft games, right? This is peak gaming. There's actually different, like, it's 3D shapes now. Like, this is crazy. And now here we are in 2024, 2025, looking at things like what is on screen right now, where you can get 7,000 people maximum concurrent in one server, a very small server part, mind you, and still not break a game. That is crazy. I don't know what I would do if I knew you were gonna catch on, Lulu. I just, you can't get much better than what we're looking at right now. Like, there's a lot of variety of art style, you know, like you can do different types of realism if you'd like, but I really think that Ashes is a very pretty game. There's a lot of really nice graphics. The skybox is really pretty, and there's a lot of tech that goes into all of that, and it's just really nice. I appreciate it.
I can't wait until they start actually doing some like actual like tuning of the systems and tuning of the graphics and really optimize everything to work as well as possible. I can't wait to see the actual improvement side of things on the performance. Like, the graphics are beautiful. I have 4090 privilege. I'm sad to say I have 4090 privilege. I can turn the graphics all the way up and experience it. But it does definitely feel like it's in high quality mode. Because I think when I have everything turned up, it's like 40 or 30 FPS or so.
Oh my gosh. Can't wait to see the Grasses even said they disabled due to performance issues. Oh man, I forgot about that. Also, Basil says tune my highlighter yellow outfit. For those that don't know, if you get pieces from Carfin and certain other areas, it definitely goes a certain color. It's very interesting. There's like yellow and green and orange.
My
and pink.
chest piece on my tank is still just matte black. It's from Befallen Forge, and it's just matte black, but it looks like I have the most nicely disguised abs known to man, because it's like rigid metal armor that has abs built into it, but it looks like a black t-shirt that I'm wearing under my armor. It's amazing.
And Lawless says, I was enjoying my 20 FPS on my minimal settings on my GTX 1080. And I mean, you got to start somewhere, honestly.
I mean, that's what it was like when I was trying to stream yesterday, or not. Yeah, was it yesterday? Yeah.
It was last night.
Trying to actually play the game, and I had to dial those settings down. I felt bad. Yeah. Because I'm trying to, even though I'll get better performance out of running at a lower setting, I'm trying to push the envelope and report any bugs that are being experienced because of that. So I'm trying to keep the highest settings possible.
Yeah. And also, Nemesis, I agree. It has a lot of potential, though. There's a lot of really, really good potential with the night sky and the skybox. So, can't wait to see it.
See what they do with the constellations, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been staring up at the constellations, wondering if anything changes with that yet. Let's see. The next one is Dev with 3 H's, DEVHHH. I was drawn by the Grand Division and waiting to see what they can implement further before buying a key, which is absolutely fair. Like, if you're not really sure yet, don't buy the key. Make sure you're ready to jump in on something like that, because this is all in development and we don't know how long it's going to take them to go through the development. So it's very, very, very important that, you know, you take that time. Hael, Hael, 756 says limitations with an involved system, bard, and world building. And I think the world building in Ashes is going to be really, really awesome. And I can't wait to see like what kind of things the node system does, because it's supposed to be, as the node system progresses, it changes things around that node. So as Miralith levels up, the nodes and the enemies around that node changes too. So very excited to see that functioning. Hello, TCF Laya. Welcome in.
Hey, Laya, how's it going? Welcome in. Long time no see, friend.
Yeah, I would like to see the update to hunting too, Nemesis. But yes. Can't wait to see It's excited to see some of the stuff that you have coming up soon. You did show me a little bit. We're talking about what brought people to Ashes of Creation, and I put up a post on Reddit, so I'm kind of going through some of the answers there.
Nemesis. Real quick, Nemesis,
Yeah.
maybe you can help me. When it comes to hunting, is hunting like a random spawn thing, or is it kind of like mining where there's designated spawns for each creature type? And there's just a you hunt one, it falls over, and then you have to wait a certain amount of time, and it's always going to spawn again in that same spot with a certain cooldown from when you hunted it. Because I've been curious about that. I haven't done enough hunting to nail that down. Sorry, continue, Chibi. I just needed to ask a question.
Yeah, there are spawns for creatures, and they spawn in small areas. Like, I know the raptors are all by like the Citadel area. They're constantly being camped. But I can't tell if there's... Hold on.
Doggo's very borky.
Yes, I can't tell if there's one that's like guaranteed to be a special, unlike some of the nodes where you're like, I know that one's gonna be good. If I recall correctly, P1 had huntable in the same spots on cooldown. I granted my guild see the same crows and other animals spawn in the area. Oh boy, what brought people to Ashes? Mine is boring. Just randomly found that Kickstarter and spent way more money than I should have. Mob hunt carcasses would also spawn in the same place, but had a chance to be either. Yeah, exactly. Because we were talking about having to kill off some of the mobs so that the huntables would come back. When I heard about the caravan system, I thought it sounded okay. But when our guild alliance had 40 caravans being defended by 50 troops getting attacked by 3 Zerg guilds, it was so amazing. Who would have thought a wagon train would be so good gaming, right? I remember hearing somewhere a while back, this is from Alpha on YouTube, the idea of having live VC in-game taverns. I love that idea so much. No open mic in the entire world, but having an option in a place, in a tavern to talk. I like that idea. Like, can you imagine us having like a tavern talk in the game? That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, my only reservation on that is that tavern owners need to be able to like silence people in there. And I know Steven said that there's already so many levers that you can pull in the game to influence another player's game, but silencing them in game shouldn't be one of them. But in my humble opinion, if you're in your own tavern that you spent your own time and money to build, create, craft, and you're trying to set a certain kind of ambiance there, like, you should be able to say, like, no, that person is being absolutely disruptive and terrible. I need to be able to mute that voice for everybody across the board so that there's not this person sitting there yelling out whatever they want to yell out. Who knows what that's going to be, am I right? As new people try to wander onto the freehold, and they just decide to turn around and go away when they hear that instead. So yeah, I need to be able to silence people. But
Birdie says for tavern it's needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in our case specifically, like if we're trying to have like a chill, like hang out with people at the tavern and talk, play some tavern games and whatnot. Like, we don't need people trying to get us kicked off of Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
As for having the tavern owners have the power to mute people, yeah, thank you. I agree. Pay a rogue to oof people, force them out.
That's gonna be the new meme, isn't it? That's gonna be the new meme. Oofing people.
Tom says that would be amazing if you could get away with it, especially if the chat would only be heard if you sat at like a table. The other voice would just be a buzz or a murmur. I love that. Actually, that's so great.
I like that idea too.
Yeah.
Like just a constant chatter buzz if people are actually talking when you walk into a tavern. If they're not talking, there's no real noise, but there's just, a filter on all chat until you sit at a table.
Yeah.
That actually is a really cool idea.
Yeah, I like it. So continuing on with Reddit, Adol Hyde says, nostalgia for the immersion and community old school MMOs inherently fostered that has since been lost due to quality of life features that players naturally wanted. I overhyped myself on what I imagined the possibilities of the class system could be before they were even expanded on, and I miss arcade trade ships and fishing. Zimbabwe which is spelled in a very interesting way. Says ArcAge becoming pay to win since being able to buy Thunderstruck logs, where I remember it starting. About 2 years or so after I quit, I remember hearing rumors about it before seeing a video of like a mage backflipping and putting up a wall or something. Ever since then, I've been waiting for the ArcAge spiritual successor with that same feel of player interaction and exploration I had back in the day. ArcAge had some of the coolest open world events with very short respawn times. It made PvPvE super fun and rewarding, and I had a lot of fun finding another player group for content when I was leveling my tank. The raids and ocean content were super cool too. Fighting the pirate boss and the pirate players was a challenge. And there's a lot of people here looking forward to like naval content,
Yeah, naval content's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a big thing.
Yeah.
People are gonna be nuts about it. And as a PvE player, I'm just saying I'm okay if people want to set sail and go pirate each other.
Mm-hmm.
Leave those raids to me and mine.
I think that's one of the things I'm looking forward to is as much as I like the open world PvP area, and I'll kind of get into this later if we want to, I wish that the Lawless zone would go away, since all of the other 3 zones for the desert are now level 3 on our server. It would make being able to get to the desert node so much better. I think right now with the Lawless zone, a lot of people just attack all of the caravans going through there without having to sign up for the caravan event. And those nodes out in the desert are just making no money, I think. Because caravans can't get there.
I mean, I have a couple bits of opinion on that. For one, I like the Lawless zone existing there because it does mimic the eventual launch. Because some people are and I'm not meaning this term in a negative way, but some people just are there under the perception that the area being built out for alpha is actually how it's going to be launched. It's going to expand out from there, but it's really just it's a portion of Riverlands with a desert stapled on here and a tropic stapled on over there. So they're really only developing it out in this manner for this alpha. And right now the Lawless zones are mimicking like a voyage over the water.
World.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the open waters. Yep.
So you're traveling to a different continent, really, is what it is. So I like it that it's simulating that.
Yeah.
And I think that it would be better if there were a larger portion of gold gain if you did travel to one of the desert nodes.
Yeah.
For one, that would get more gold in tax money to the desert nodes, and spending when people need to repair, etc., before they make the return trip back. But also it'd make people they would wander through the desert more, which could, if anything, increase how much conflict happens in the desert, Stephen.
Well, that being said, also, I mean, you have a lot more risk going through the desert than you have going anywhere else. So why not make the reward equally more beneficial? Because you are, as Ashes is, you are looking at risk versus reward, and the higher the risk, the higher reward. But going through that Lawless zone, I don't feel like that's any more reward than just going anywhere else, especially if you're going from, say, Miraleth. Miraleth to one of the desert nodes versus Miraleth going to Nuela.
Yeah, it gets you a little bit more money, but not noticeably more.
Yeah.
And by the way, welcome in. I know Chibi didn't say it because she probably feels shy about saying it, but hi, Blood Farts. Welcome on in.
I said hi.
Fun
I didn't say the
name.
name, but I said hi.
Oh, yeah, I heard the hi, but I figured I'd call the name out. I knew you'd be shy about saying the name. But welcome in.
So Wipeout UK says, I got bored of playing WoW back in Shadowlands, so went searching online for a new MMO to play. Came across a vid for Ashes. I was hooked ever since. Shame I'll be stuck on the hook for another 5+ years before I can actually play it, meaning I don't think that they have alpha access or beta access. So, but that's okay. If the alphas and the betas aren't really your thing, that's absolutely fine. But we'll be sitting right next to you, watching you watch the live streams, because that's our favorite thing to do each month. But yeah.
And really quick, Ludaloo said, I'd be really interested. It'll be really interesting to see what those PvPers say when the boats are completely destructible. Same as caravans, pay a ton of money, resources for a boat just for it to die in a fight. And that is one reason why, when there was chatter a while back about shipbuilding potentially being an artisan class, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a shipbuilder, because that's going to make a lot of money. Those things are going to get destroyed all the time. It's going to be amazing. But that being said, I would never say on my own, because it's going to get destroyed all the time. It would not be amazing.
Yeah. Gross Crows says, since caravans are open PvP events, it doesn't give more incentive to go through a lawless zone. They kind of do, but not really. So, like, caravans are an open PvP event, but typically in not the lawless zone, you have to flag up to attack it, right? In the PvP zone, you can just flag up in general. Like, there's a difference between selecting attacker on an event versus just flagging up, excuse me, because you're in the lawless zone and killing the people around that caravan and then killing the caravan. Like, you can essentially flag up to attack them, and if they don't flag up to defend themselves and be able to attack back manually in the lawless area, because they're already technically a part of the defender event for the caravan, then you can essentially wipe out an entire caravan in the lawless zone and then flag up to attack the caravan and then attack the caravan. It feels a little cheesy to me. Like, it doesn't feel like it's any like benefit to go out there other than like risking it to go to the desert, I guess.
Yeah, and real quick to touch on Ludaloo's point before backtracking back up a little bit. Lawless zones may have given more money in phase 1. We were not really in much of phase 1 because we were dealing with stuff. We got into phase 2 and we dove hardcore into phase 2, so we'd know what the heck we were talking about when we came back live again.
And they only recently fixed it where you actually got money for going to the lawless zone commodities.
Yeah. So so for right now, if you were to say go from one of the western nodes to Miralath, and these are some calculations we've done by some of the routes that we've taken, it would give you 12 gold or 11. Well, wait, no, it was like 10 or 11 gold, right? 10 or 11 gold.
It depends on what cargo and commodities you have.
With a purple and a blue. The standard issue 2 pieces of willow would give you a purple and a blue that you can fit in there, and it would get like 10 and a half gold or something like that. But either way, if you made it all the way to the Lawless Zone, one of the deserts, I think it gave you like an extra 2 gold. So it was an extra like 10-15%. But I was thinking more along the lines of like a 20-30% bump in pay to go through the Lawless Zone and then through the desert zone, because a lot of those desert zones are pretty long as well.
Yeah.
And
it is less.
A lot of it pays less in phase 2 now. But the reason for that is partially based on how the caravan system works at the moment, which means if you were to run with a caravan as a defender and someone else flags as an attacker, for the duration of that caravan being alive, and then it seems for a little while after, you are still flagged as a defender and attacker. You can still get nuked out of nowhere just minding your own business halfway across the map, and the person won't gain corruption because you're still flagged as attacker and defender. But going through the Lawless Zone, if you go to through that area, anybody can attack without flagging, and that also means as an attacker that anybody else running around can just attack you. As another attacker in a registered caravan event elsewhere, then you're not going to be able to attack an attacker, right? You're on the same team, so to say, without getting corruption. So it adds a whole lot more interesting mechanics to it with that, both in the good and bad side. Chaffy J, who is this guy?
John says going through Lionhold should be plus 50%.
Oh, we ran a caravan. Chibi, you remember that? We went through with like 8 caravans together, 8 or 9, maybe 10, I forget. We had a big chain going right through, and someone had the gall. Like, I wanted to turn around and smack them, but they had the gall to go on global chat and be like, "There's 8 caravans coming through Lionhold right now."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like, really, dude? Really? We're trying to come through here to try to keep it low key, and you just had to announce it to the world. That's awesome. Thank you.
It's what you risk by just going anywhere in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Fair.
person probably had no idea either. That was probably his first time logging into a character, and then he turned around and saw 8 people and was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, we passed you, Ghost.
Oh no, that's awesome.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I addressed Lulu's comment there, and to circle back to Brody, not a big fan of naval content being so gatekeepy through having to go through a lot to get your boat fixed, obtained, like how AA did it, but I didn't like how they could spawn the ships out in the sea. And that's the part that's going to be interesting, because currently, if you were to make just a basic caravan and add like a couple willow parts to make it actually profitable to run one, then it's going to cost you at least 5 gold in actual money, and then another 1 bright glint and 3 or 4 of the glowing, the blues, so one gold and 1 blue, just to make something even semi-profitable.
Yeah.
Now with ships, I can only imagine it's probably going to cost more than a caravan to get, you know, a ship out on the water, especially if you're going to get something with guns and stuff, and battle stations and crazy stuff going on like that.
The cannons, you mean?
Yeah. The potion cannons. The potion
There's no
cannons.
guns in Ashes, by the way.
Yeah, there's no gunpowder. No gunpowder. No explosives.
But I do like that a caravan, to launch a caravan, is only 10 silver. And then everything else that you put on there is up to you to go find to make it a bigger, thicker caravan. Like getting the willow pieces, or if your node got guns in my fantasy game, heresy. If you get like the tier 3 in your version of your server, where there's the lumber mill, I think you can get then the braid wood for like your caravans, and that's like 5 gold each. It's ridiculous, but I also imagine how much more like HP and everything that adds. And I was gonna talk about Ludolus question, but Jan answered it, which is awesome because I don't know.
Yeah, they balanced it a bunch. So yeah, now it actually is more beneficial to crawl up the line to the more rare stuff, and on the tiniest bit, it's more profitable to run a purple and a blue than 2 golds, which fit in the same area, left to right and top and bottom.
But I think that's one of those things where, you know, you adjust with what you have in your caravan and take it to different places, and it also depends on how much glint you have, because you need glint to buy those commodities. So
yeah.
That's actually something that I think we're going to be talking about on Saturday with our guest on our next podcast, because this is our like tavern talk where we have a drink and we sit and chit chat with you guys, and if people want to join us in VC, they're welcome to, if we've had them on before. There's got to be some vetting. I would love to let everybody in, but you got to be careful. Some people are maybe not the most respectful with going on to one of these. But it's one of those things where, you know, we'll have the guest kind of like our last Saturday. If you missed that one, that's our previous like 2 lives ago that we did. But we'll be talking about like gold and how like the only way you can really make gold right now is by doing caravans. I think there's a few other ways. It takes a little bit of time and effort, but I think that's one of the fastest and like most efficient ways of doing it. But just remember, it is time consuming. It takes you like a really long time to get from like Lion's Hold all the way to Miralath, for example. Even because of how slow a caravan is, unless you upgrade wheels and the beast of burden, and there's just a lot to it. So
definitely takes a while. Definitely takes a while. Well, caravans, Lulu, they're the fastest way to get a lot of money quickly, but it depends on your glint store.
Click one. Thank you for the hydrate.
So it's not so much like, oh, let me hydrate real quick. You know. Because that's the one thing I found kind of interesting, and I think I like the way it works like that. Like, you have to go out and earn glint specifically. You can't just take gold and make more gold. You have to go out and fight things and save this commodity, or this currency rather, and buy commodities with it in order to sell it off.
Yeah, John, honestly, that's gonna make you some money right there. You know, people really want those caravan pieces. And if you can make money with that, I mean, okay, maybe I'm giving away a tip or trick for somebody, but let's say the node that has caravan pieces is all the way in Miraleth. Absolutely, make caravan pieces and sell it in like Jova.
Because they won't care.
They don't want to move. They don't want to run all the way over to Miraleth just to get some caravan pieces.
They also might not know.
Huh?
They also might not know. Yeah.
There's that too, but there's also the convenience factor. If I know that you're selling caravan pieces on the marketplace for a similar cost to what I can get from the vendor all the way in Miraleth, but I don't have to run that far, I'm probably going to buy it from you.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean,
Caravans and Mounts is going to join your Discord for vetting. Yeah. Go for it.
Heck yeah. Well, I also, like a dummy, by the way, I bought some wheels that were like Western Larch or something for, I think it was like 60 silver, because I was like, psh, heck yeah, I make my stuff go faster. It doesn't cost as much as Willow. I'll do it. Bought it off the marketplace, and then I found out that the vendor in Winstead sells them for like 10 silver.
Yep.
So you could literally buy a pile of those from a vendor, run across the map and sell them for 5 times, and people like me.
45 months. Oh my lord.
Hello.
Cheers.
Welcome in.
Cheers.
Thank you for the sub. Cheers indeed. Oh, I have an almost empty. You're getting the last cheers of this mug, my friend. Just so you know.
Oh no, it's almost like Chibi got you more old-fashioned mix or something.
It's broken. It's got a hole in it.
It's broken, you guys.
It's been leaking this whole time.
Really excited to see you, Lex. For those that don't know, Lex has been around our community for a very long time. And he's the one of the ones, like one of the main ones running the you've been stalking. Very fair. Going on 4 years. Yeah, you know, just 4 years.
I'm gonna do this here just in case, because I know we said we have some people who've been just kind of like just approaching the scene. I'm gonna toss this out there. Definitely check out the wiki.
Yes,
if you have not yet. Say,
hi Strauss, welcome in. I was gonna say, if you are new to the community and you want to know as much information factually as you can, the wiki is our favorite source. We always suggest the wiki. If you ever want to grab the link, I believe it's just !wiki. And my K key is broken. Yeah. That is the place to go to look up everything, because they do a really, really good job of citing their sources.
References
and that is something
abound.
I am big about. I love it when somebody cites their source, because then I can go see it for myself. And maybe there's other context there that I was looking for, and it's very, 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 very helpful. So yeah.
It is.
Planendorf.
Hello, friend.
Cheers, just because you're in here, Planendorf. Cheers. How are you?
I'm gonna grab my other cup. My cheersing cup is broken. It is empty. But no one's ever gone wrong by hydrating.
Yeah, ghosts, those are not, I don't think they're gonna be balanced until like they get a baseline for the market in general. But yeah, who the hell is Planendorf? Planendorf is like one of the most amazing people ever. I actually really love hanging out with Planendorf sometimes in some of the testing. Great start to be back at it. Yes,
Nice.
same for us.
Chibi was
It's
just mentioning that today on the way in. Like, this energy feels amazing coming back right now.
Yes.
As we're watching the countdown.
Is the wiki based on fandom? Because those are full of aggressive ads. That's a great question, but I will tell you, I have not really had a whole lot of ads on Wiki, on the AshesofCreation.wiki. Lex is here. Lex says no, it's not. So Lex would be the person to ask, and he says no. I host the wiki on my own server, says Lex. So there you go. There's no ads. It's very seamless. Sometimes when they get an abundance of new information, it can slow down a little bit, but that's just, you know, how it goes when you get a lot of new data for the databases to hold. But no, I honestly, I've loved the it's lag free.
The lag is free.
The lag is free. I read it wrong. Lex is the goat. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, it just honestly, we've supported Lex since the beginning. It's been an amazing resource, especially for some of us in certain places that need to remember what we can and cannot talk about.
Yeah. Wiki, the Ashes Wiki should always be like the #1 thing when people say, "Hey, where can I find out more information?" Don't link a streamer, even us. Like, first link should be to the wiki.
Yes. You're the special random function on the wiki is amazing. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I said but the special random function. Yeah, it is. That's actually how I've had some of the really fun like roulettes that we've had on the wiki.
Yep, random pages. And hey there, nice, welcome in. Nice to see you.
How's it going?
We're your favorite tavern? That feels fantastic. Thank you so much. Cheers for that. You are our favorite Nice Gaming TV. The favorite one we've ever seen.
Aww. All us OGs are getting all together, and I don't want to hear that.
No, good to see you here. Good to see you. I've been casually shadow watching a bunch of your streams and a bunch of your little commentaries and stuff.
Yeah. Ghost Kraus, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. That's where we're gonna put the YouTube subscription like follow button. That's over there instead of like halfway cut off.
Yeah, I think we need to go into Stream Elements and adjust it is all.
Yeah, I gotta fix that. I'll work on that this week. Yeah,
we set it up a while ago and we never really did a whole lot of tuning with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But now we can.
Yes, just a few years to go. Planendorf, welcome to 2025. What has been your favorite part of Alpha 2 so far? And if you can, we have been talking about what brings people to Ashes of Creation, because Steven put out his whole thing about the different walks of life that people are that are in the game. And so we were kind of curious, what about you guys, you know? What level are we? We are both 25 and we're both on Linus.
Yeah, we're on Linus.
With the pirates.
We got 25 as our mains and we started some alts to toy around with. We got those up to like 12. 12?
Oh,
11.
no.
10 or 11, actually.
It's okay. Lex, it was Vladis that got the Golem mount.
Yeah, Vladis got that one. I was about to say, did Nice get one too? Because now I'm gonna be real jealous. Everyone out here getting the cool pimp rides, getting those SUVs. Here I am sitting in the Ford Focus.
That's okay, Nice. We don't have anything fancy either, but that's okay. Maybe in the future. We must have Steven correct his imbalance. Yes. But I honestly, I love the idea of just coming across like the little duckies randomly. I hope there's a lot more random dev involvement that comes into Ashes going forward.
Yeah, I've really loved just watching Steven stream around and he goes, let's go over here. And just descends upon random person.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gave someone a
Steven
fox
gives you
milk?
that I would just, I would cry and I would be happy and I would do nothing else for the rest of the alpha too, except for enjoy my little tavern freehold.
Absolutely, absolutely. As soon as they get taverns working, we're gonna be, well, hopefully we'll have a freehold.
And then spawns Tumok on them. That sounds about right.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is I saw him swoop down on somebody that had a one of the wolf hats, and he was talking about how that's a fantastic hat you have there. How do you feel about foxes? And had a conversation about how foxes are amazing and how the fuzziness and furriness and fantastic life of foxes have greatly influenced the player's life.
They're too sweet.
So I gave him a fox.
Yeah.
Aw.
I think Planendorf's, I think my favorite moment in phase 2 was this weekend when she and I tried a couple of caravans. He had a terrible idea of placing them on the main road. Came up and we had to pay them for protection / escort. Then we got a guild like 30 minutes later. Just a classic bit of risk and reward social interaction that Ashes promises. I like that. I like that. You paid to lose is what I'm hearing. I tease.
Oh,
Times.
And now I see I'm reading back.
Sounds
I
like
see what Chibi's getting all blushy about while I was just chatting away.
Yeah.
You guys are too sweet. Thank you, thank you. Well, cheers to you.
Yeah. That's a nice looking caravan you have there. I wouldn't want anything to happen to it.
Terrible idea, please. Oh man. Yeah, that sounds like Lloyd was telling me about a grand adventure you guys got into there, Planendorf. Trying to prove something about corruption, and he ended up having like 300k experience debt. Yeah. So by
nice
the end of the night, he was like,
is not responsible for any damages after one biome.
I mean, that's fair as long as it's in the not fine print. There should be no fine print in Ashes.
Because it does! Lord Keeper of the Celestia, it does. Although Vertec and I are running empty currently.
Yes, I have none.
I was trying to be dramatic, but I missed.
Womp womp.
But yeah, empty. But we've been here for about an hour and 40, so if it lasts an hour and 40, that's pretty good, I'd say.
Time flies when you're having fun. It really does.
It does.
Oh man.
I don't know. Do you want to continue reading some more of the stuff, or should we just close out with just hanging out with chat?
Well, I tell you what, we could
Pockets versus Planendorf showdown.
Oh my gosh, Pockets versus Planendorf. Was there a gauntlet thrown that I missed? Did I not hear of this gauntlet throw?
Man, we miss all the things. We're over on Lineth and everybody's
Did someone get
Byra.
called out by somebody else? Did I miss this?
That's okay. We have unique content is the what I keep telling myself. We have unique content. We're away from everybody else. Pockets have been throwing the gauntlet for months now.
Oh man. Okay.
Phase 1 Planendorf smacked Pockets while he was leveling. Oh no.
And then it's just been retaliation. Come on, man. Come on, man. You had to sucker punch me? Catch me while I'm looking. Catch me outside.
Part of that unique content is watching pirates raise all caravans. Yeah. I mean, unless you're fed, I guess.
They raised one of mine for sure.
Yep.
I was apart from the group though, so it was kind of my own fault, but still, they didn't have to disgrace me by
go a different route while everybody else was fighting in the main areas.
Yeah, they didn't have to take my caravan, burn it to the ground, and then crowbar my loot. They crowbarred my cargo. They didn't even want to take it and sell it.
Did you see what Chappie said? There's a stream where Steven takes Pockets up to the tower and gives him his wish because he wanted a 1v1 Planendorf, but Planendorf wasn't working that night.
Sorry, Planendorf's not here right meow. Instead, you shall be smited by the sandal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm gonna go ahead and put our Discord one more time out there for you guys. I don't try to spam it or anything, but if you guys want to come and hang out with us on our Discord, there's a lot of, well, not currently a lot of chat, but typically when things get interesting and going, there's a lot of chat in there between like episodes, and that's a great place to ask questions and chit chat with other Ashes community members. And honestly, I think when there is chit chat, it's pretty respectful, even if there's differing opinions. And
we have some people to keep it respectful and constructive and positive for the most part. We have some gripe sessions in there once in a while, but yeah.
Aww, Planendorf.
Keep it respectful.
Yeah. Planendorf says he's Max and I'm a filthy scrub. I need my hacks just not to get one shot.
All I'm hearing are excuses. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing. You lucky my friends are holding me back. But yeah, we could probably start tapping out now. Start making the moves. At least start preparing here. Taking
time off. Hey, even we're level 25. But to be fair, though, we did rush to max level because we didn't really want the content to be us leveling necessarily. We just kind of wanted us to be able to be already like max level to be able to do like caravans and Carfin and Befallen Forge. And also, in case you guys missed it, if you did try to do Befallen Forge, they are doing some lighting updates to Befallen Forge, where I think hopefully we'll actually be able to see what's going on inside the game or the dungeon.
Yeah.
So,
you get that flashbang effect.
Yeah. Theo says, and how many levels have you gotten on your alts? We got to level 10. And actually, if you want, Vertec, we could probably show them this little chaos gremlin moment that we had with our guild. I have a video of us going chaos gremlin on that like level 13 and the level 20.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh, hey, there's a Pockets. Oh man. Running in. Fisticuffs flying already.
Oh snap! It's Pockets. Scrub equals accurate.
Scrub equals accurate. Man, didn't even hear that fist flying from the other room.
I didn't. It came like, you know, invisibility. There you go. I'm uploading it to you if you want to download it. It's going now. There it is.
Okay, this will take me a minute here.
No worries. I'll keep them entertained. So we come at him like a tomato to his head. Oh no. Honestly, that's been my favorite part of playing Bard, is just throwing tomatoes at people. I'm not gonna lie. It's been very fun to open up with that tomato. But hi Pockets. We were hearing about you throwing down a gauntlet against Planendorf. And how Planendorf apparently smited you while you were leveling. I tried. Yeah, I heard about that too, how you tried to ask Steven to 1v1 Planendorf, but he wasn't on. Oh my gosh. Tomato to the head, a kick to the chest, slide over their dead body. That's a true Bard way. Yeah, get off the stage. He tomatoed me in the back while I was picking flowers. Low blow, Planendorf. Low blow. The man was picking flowers.
It was assassination right there.
Assassinated by tomato. Are you sure it was a tomato? Oh Oh my gosh, it's splattered, yes.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't have your shield.
Oh my gosh. On stream no less too. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't have your shield equipped, noob.
Wow. Wait, so Pockets, are you a stream sniper or did you just happen to come across and didn't realize he was on stream? Just curious, just curious. Was that premeditated or just spark of inspiration? Junko, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the tavern. While Vertek is getting this little snippet thing set up, by the way, who is the one that does Ash's Moments? Whoever it is, find these things. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. Ash's Moments, that's pretty much what he's made himself up to do constantly. It's just all these little moments. I won't lie. Fully stream sniped him. Okay. Chappie says one of my guildmates stunned me while I had almost no health left and killed me with that tomato move. I never felt so disrespected. Oh no. For shame. Did you stream to me level 4 when you went corrupt too? Oh no. We got like a little bit of a rumble breaking out in the tavern right now. But
All right, so let's see
I was
here.
gonna say,
let's make this bigger. Here we go. Video's playing.
Okay. We decided we were gonna try and do some alts because absolutely Taco was finally able to join us and he was playing a mage. So we built a whole party around a mage. And so I went Bard, Vertek went Cleric, and just for some context, we'd been in Hall of Judication for a little bit at this time, just wondering like what we could smack down and what we could win. And we had picked a fight with one of the named mobs in Halls of Judication, and he had just wiped us because he teleported and then done like the fighter's spinny move. And so we were running back. I think this is us running back to our bodies to grab our bodies when we realized somebody had looted us. And at this point, I think we're all around like level 7, 8, and 9 in this video. So keep that in mind. But Theo was being our tank. We call him Theo Stout on this one.
I think that was it for that clip.
Oh no, was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
I have a whole minute and 20 here.
This one is just going for... Yeah, for some reason it's stopping. I don't know why.
I don't know why. Imported incorrectly? I don't know. Do you want me to put it up in the... Do you think it'll...
Oh, there we go. Okay, it's playing longer now. I don't know why it's kept
There's
stopping.
our bodies. There's the person that just looted us. And let me tell you, Thaken is like the instigator of our group. He's like, they looted us. Get him. So we all turned and started attacking him. So currently we're attacking the level 13. I've only gotten my glint pile back once. Oh no, Vale. So yeah, we attacked this like level 13. And then there's this level 20 cleric. I feel so bad for this cleric.
Trying to res the other guy too.
Yeah, he was trying to res him. They're part of the crafting sector for that guild because they're stoic craftmen or whatever. And we're just deleting this person. And we're a bunch of level 7 to 8s deleting a level 20. It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that was that. And then the guy like came running back and I think like looted himself or like, yeah, I think he came back and like did something, but I felt a little bit bad. Like a little bit, but that's what happens when you loot people and you go PvP flagged.
Yep, you flag yourself purple, you're fair game.
Yep.
But
guys, that's
we at least
awesome.
didn't
Thank
loot their
you.
body either. We let their body lay there.
Yeah, it was crazy. I've never felt so powerful as like a level 8 in my life.
We got a little bit carried away, went to another area, tried to attack a level 20 again or 20 something or whatever it was. And we got destroyed that time. Just saying.
Yeah, and then the unfortunate thing, which I'm glad Steven is fixing, because I don't have this clip right now on me, but what PVX is all about to me, right? There's this guy that unfortunately hit Seiken right as Seiken's PvP flag fell off. Like, I swear, down to the millisecond right when it fell off, because he went across the island on like the same little like bit of land that we were on, sniped him, and went corrupted immediately. And I was just like, oh my gosh, he lost his bow, but it wasn't like a legendary bow or anything. But I'm glad Steven's at least adding like the blinking thing of like, hey, this is about to go away.
Yeah, some kind of notice that the purple's about to go away. Something at least.
Yeah. But they're adding it. Not they did like yet. They're going to be adding that soon. I think that's something he was talking about. Yeah, it might be in PTR. There's a lot of things in PTR, which, fun fact, my favorite kind of wholesome moment about the PTR updates is that they're moving Firebrand further south so he's not terrorizing freeholds anymore. My friend was mining some ore, and a level 25 came up and stunned him and mined the ore, then just stared at my friend down for like 3 seconds and left. Funniest moment for us. Just like, how dare you take my ore, plebeian.
Yeah. one of our friends
in,
absolutely gets a kick out of being a mage and walking up and sleeping somebody that they can take whatever resource the person was trying to go after.
Yeah. Also, hi, Tomlock. Welcome back. Yeah, I agree. It's a good idea. Ultima Online had a system where if you attack someone while they were flagged, each time you hit them, it reset the combat timer. I think we need something like that. Yeah, I agree. I could see something like that.
I could agree with that. Yeah. That's where I thought he was going to go with the whole solution for the, going corrupt because somebody's flag dropped is like, well, hey, if you're attacking them while they're flagged, they stay flagged. I figured that was the direction it was going to go instead of the, we'll let you know when their flag is going to drop off.
Yeah. Well, I think the particular situation is like when you manually flag, your flag is still there for a period of time before it goes away. Oh, Jibby, thanks for the hydrate. I am actually out of all liquids, but I will cheers you anyway. And I will say thank you for the hydrate.
Juby. Hello, friend. It's been so long.
I hope your streams have been going well. I see you've been doing Marvel Rivals. We've also enjoyed a little bit of Marvel Rivals.
Oh, I love us some Rivals.
We have some adulting to get back to before we can get back to Marvel Rivals, but that's probably going to be our Tuesday, Wednesday thing while Ashes is down.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it's going to be. I got some Battle Pass to catch up on, just saying.
Yeah. The attacker's timer, but not the victims. Otherwise, we'll have a bit too much killing. Yeah, I could see that. But that's what I was saying. I think like the blinking is for, when somebody's already unflagged. 84 years having... Yeah, we got hit with 2 hurricanes and we were out for like 3 months, but we're back now. Vertec just finished manually getting the Ethernet cable up to him. So he's on the 2nd floor and he's able to get a pop in. Oh, Chaos, we were just talking about you.
Just talking about you. Yeah, I just got done. We ended up running the network cable through the house, so we're on a wired Ethernet instead of wireless.
Yeah.
And Juby, there's no need to exaggerate. It hasn't been 84 years. It's definitely been no more than like 73. Okay.
You're silly. It was a good thing. Yeah, we were just talking about how, with the open world and everything, you could sleep people or stun people. And it's been interesting content for someone trying to like mine some ore, get something, and suddenly they're stunned or CC'd and then it gets taken from them.
Just about how you love to sleep people so you can grab their mining node.
Yeah, that's all. Just chaos things. I'm so glad you're all safe though. Yeah, we had to move, but we're doing better. We're doing good. We're back. We're happy. I mean, I apologize for anybody watching our previous shows where I was on this microphone because my other boom arm fell and broke on me in the middle of playing Ashes. And I had to get another one, and then my camera broke, so I had to get a webcam for the moment. It's been a heck of a ride, man. It's been a heck of a ride.
Take that challenge, Chaffee. Get over here.
Yes. Do it. I will moderate both of you, probably also drunkenly. That just sounds like fun.
Heckin' yeah, that sounds like
Fire
a
fight!
perfect night for a tavern talk. Perfect night for a tavern talk.
Yeah, you do got to bring the chaos. I agree. But yeah. Wait, Juby, are you testing Alpha 2? Or are you holding off? I don't remember if you got an Alpha 2 key. Speaking of catching up with old friends, anyone knows how Zara, Jolan, and Danny are doing? Well, Zara is our guild leader. She's doing good. She's doing guild leader things. Jolan seems to be doing good. I did recently see that he also addressed the narc stuff. And I haven't seen Danny in a while. Which biome are you guys gonna make your freehold?
Man,
Danny,
I haven't even heard that name for a minute.
I haven't seen him in a very long time. I was hoping he'd come back for Alpha 2, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Which biome are you guys gonna make your freehold? I don't know, because also I hear that Jundark is coming eventually, and there's like forests and stuff.
Forest and stuff?
So yeah, I would like to see that. But if you guys would like to leave us a comment on our YouTube channel, let us know what kind of things you'd like to hear us talk about during our Tavern Talks. This is just our time to hang out and chit chat with you. I will give you a fair warning ahead of time. We don't really cover drama content. That's not really our thing. We are only covering drama adjacent. This is a comment, though not on YouTube. We did cover something adjacent to drama, but it's more through the lens of the type of community that Ashes of Creation is bringing, be it role players or PvPers or PvEers. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard, but unfortunately, one of the people that we had on our RP summit are no longer around as a guild, and that is Gilded House. I was very sad to hear about that. I'm very much looking forward to seeing which of our roleplay friends survive. Because I love roleplay so very much, and I loved roleplaying with them, and I would really love to experience some roleplay in Ashes. And you know, it's not my place to say what happened that like caused Gilded House to break apart. I don't really know all of the details, so I don't want to spread misinformation on that front. I just know that they're now disbanded. So yeah. I also just saw the other day. Keep in mind, we just came back on Saturday, so there's a lot of stuff that we are still out of the loop on. But yeah, it's pretty sad.
Tis a sad day. No matter the reason. Even if it was all amicable and everyone just decided to say, well, I guess we'll just go different ways. That's fine.
Yeah.
Still a sad day to watch Gilded House.
We show ourselves murdering people on loop.
I mean, how else are you going to drive the point home? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, the only drama I care about right now is why my ashes is done. Give me back my ashes. Let me in. Roleplay disbanding equals meta RP. I could see that. Speaking of drama, I hope Pirate Thor doesn't follow its way to Ashes. That would be annoying. People need to touch grass. It's like his drama doesn't follow its way to Ashes. Yeah, that would be annoying. I agree. Nemesis, alright, I'll just keep the Y part for private, but that sucks since Gilded House is my second option if my current guild doesn't work out for me. Yeah, I feel that, Nemesis. Hopefully my PvP brethren don't try too hard to kill this game. It's nice to see an MMO with all types. It's been a long time. Yeah, and honestly, I honestly, like we're seeing with Vyra, like we're seeing with Lyneth, I think that there's gonna naturally be more of a PvP-centric server where all the PvPers are gonna want to go. And for the people that are more like there's a space for them too. Well, stuff for anyone who hasn't heard about it. Yeah, I agree. That's why I put players to sleep. They need it. They need sleep. You've been on this game too much. Sleep. If I were crazy, we steal people's shoes. Yeah, see, that's it. Y'all are too hard for me.
Sounds about like it.
I'm not about that life. I'm over on Vyra, where it's like chill. I seen it. Oh my gosh. Well, do we know who to read over to?
I was thinking, because the other day, I keep saying the other day, literally yesterday, okay? It's literally yesterday. If days aren't blending together and becoming one, they're spreading out and just ghost days are just dropping in the middle of them. But yes, yesterday, Dusty rated us and we rated over to Sewer Servant.
Yeah.
But how about today, since Dusty is still streaming, how about we raid over to Dusty?
Okay.
Return the favor.
It looks like he's also watching maybe some Steven gameplay.
Yeah, I've been checking in on him throughout the night. Yeah, he's been watching videos and doing commentary and talking about the different things that are coming up and whatnot.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. And also, we should raid in with the Tavern sends their condolences to your stabbing.
Yeah. I like it.
So yeah, it's a raid back for an awesome raid. That was really very kind of him last time. So thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed this, consider giving us a follow like Wasabi did, or subscribe if you want to figure out when we are going live on YouTube. For those of you on YouTube. Also, if you want to help us and help support our content to constantly grow and become better, you can subscribe on Twitch or become a member on YouTube. And all of the money that we make from streaming goes right back into the stream. It allows me to get replacement things like a boom arm that breaks on me in the middle of gaming. And oh my God, Chaffee. Thank you so much, friend. You are so very much appreciated. Cheers to you. Mine is empty and I'm so sorry, but cheers to you still. And I will make it up to you next time, I promise. I will get a nice cup of something for you next time to make up for that. So thank you. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. We missed you too, Chaffee. It was so nice to see your face around. And yes, thank you so much for thanking your gifter. Appreciate that very, 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 very much. We honestly could not have this tavern running as nicely and as smoothly as it does without our patrons and our regulars, and we appreciate you guys so very much. I didn't get one. Some guilty you are. Oh no. So much.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh man. You want some, wow, are we gonna have a bar fight on our hands? What's happening?
Oh man. Oh, there it is.
Chaffee.
Oh, that leveled it up to level 4. You see that? That was a hype sub right there. That's what that was. That was a hype sub.
Aww.
Kicked it up to level 4.
As Chaffee says, you snooze, you lose. Oh my gosh. Oh, I literally just got a puppy. Otherwise I'd send a... No, you're fine, Leia. You're fine. You're fine.
No.
We
subs are happy little bonuses, like not expected or anything in any way, shape, or form. So
yes,
we appreciate every single one of them. But we do this mainly for community interaction and just chatting and hanging out with you folks. We have a blast with it.
Yeah, and maybe one day we'll be able to get to a point where I can do this full time. And who knows, you'll have a lot more chibi streams or chibi things coming at you.
That said, we'll never tell you to not sub. We'll put it that way. Never tell you to not sub. It's just not anything expected. Oh, check that out. Thank you,
Tomac. That's very sweet. Appreciate you.
Thank you all.
My ping is high. I missed a give sub. Aw, man. But yeah, everything that you guys give us, we put back into the podcast. We put back to you guys in the community. We do contests. We like to do giveaways when we can. So, the more that we can support you guys back for supporting us, the better we feel about everything. Because honestly, we are a community podcast. We like to talk about the things that you guys are talking about. We like to hear your thoughts. And, what's a tavern without a community inside of it? Having some fun. So, thank you, Mike, for the follow. Appreciate you. I heard that too. Did you hear that?
Oh no, what did you hear?
I heard a little ding noise. I don't know.
Oh, I was saying mainly because I went to check on Dusty again. It looks like he's tapping out. So maybe we're not going to be raiding a Dusty.
Oh no! No, guys, Dusty!
Everyone's telling him good night. So we might not be able to raid. We might not be able to do the return raid.
We raid you.
Oh man, that timing.
Classic, right, Ludaloo? All right, hurry, chat. We gotta find somebody else.
Okay.
Theory Forge is streaming.
Are they? Oh, they're doing Stars Reach. Okay.
Stars Reach, yep. Dusty Y, no, literally, Dusty Y. We were gonna raid you. I screwed
You're not
up everything.
allowed.
No, you're fine.
Jeffy.
Otherwise.
Well, no, see, because that would have been just as awkward if we were like, hey, we raided you. And then he goes, oh, I was just about to log off.
Yeah. I'm so far behind with everyone with the server change and the wipe. Like, oof. Hope you guys are good. Yeah, we're good. Our mains are level 25, but our alts are at like level 10. So, you know, we're having fun. We're enjoying.
Then I got a whole other... We got a whole other set of alts like cooking up as well, so...
Oh my gosh, because Vertec made me. Lady fluffy butt. Oh my gosh. Alright,
Let's
you thinking...
That's tough, because we also got Demon Soul games, playing some Goose Goose Duck.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't really been able to raid Theory Forge.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair too, because we've been gone for a while. We should probably keep it to the Ashes folks.
Yeah.
Ashes community, bring them to Ashes folks.
Not that I don't want to. It's just that's one person who like has stopped in and supported us that we've never really gotten a chance to raid over to.
We have. It's just been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a long minute. All right.
The big fan of MTX. Yeah, agreed. It's I forget how he was being called by Steven.
Oh no!
Intimax.
Oh no!
What?
We might be obligated to hang out for a little bit longer.
Okay. You know what?
Because Dusty's reading over here.
Shall I get a refill?
Oh my goodness! You get a refill?
Refill?
Yeah, get a refill.
All right. Be right
Get a
back.
refill.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're kind of obligated at this point, I think. Hello, Raiders. My goodness. Would you folks believe that we were just looking at Dusty's stream for like the past 5 minutes saying we should probably raid over to Dusty, return the favor, because he just raided us last night. And then we see that Dusty's going offline and indeed is raiding us. That's crazy. But welcome in. So, yeah, must grind more. Thank you again for the raid, Dusty. Much appreciated. So yeah, we decided since we saw that you were raiding over here, we're going to go ahead and hang out a little bit longer because it's always awkward when people stop by and they join a little raid over and then immediately get shipped off somewhere else. So Chibi went to refill her drink, and we're gonna sit here and hang out for a little while longer then. Yeah. But yeah, welcome in everybody. Hope you had a fantastic night. I saw you folks were over there looking at some of the older videos that Ashes has put out. I think the Carfin one was what you were looking at last there. Did you folks see anything new with any of that, or how many of you had seen that video for the first time today on Dusty's stream? Oh yeah. We saw that earlier today actually, because I saw your stream title from last night about how many days since Steven killed me. 1. And so I took a peek around and I saw that he tested out his new spear on you. And you totally turned to dust in like a half a blink. Didn't even finish the attack and you were just embers and vapor. Man, oh man. I mean, it's cool he tested out a new toy on you, but I mean, at the same time. Yeah. Dusty was the one that got speared. I just really like how Steven presented that one, though, because on his stream, he was like, yeah, look, a spear. Ah, I gotta test this thing out. He turned around and just jabbed him. Come here, Dusty. Let me test this on you. It's fantastic. Classic Steven moment. Okay, Kondo, you've been following it for a while, for 6 years. Awesome. Some of the OG crew rolling in. I love it. Or at least, old crew, anywho.
I'm here.
Oh, welcome back.
Yes, we are
Have a
actually
seat.
gonna read over with the announcement of the Tavern sends our condolences for a swift death.
Yeah, that was gonna be our message when we read it over. Send our condolences. Sorry about your luck.
Skill issue for not hitting 10k, tanking 10k hit.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
clearly.
You
He
know,
just
and
needed a healer next to him. That's all.
yeah. See, he just needed a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't really a lie because I do have that one skill that will what is it, heal for 25% of
Yes.
their life if they die while
If
it's
it
up.
would have killed you, it instead brings you down to a certain amount. Yeah. We would love to, yes, Kinko. That is one of our goals. We tried to get a tavern or a freehold already, but they were all gone very quickly before we even got the gold. So
Yeah, we're definitely aiming for that. Come live, we're practicing up right now the best way to get up to max level and gain the gold, so that when the nodes catch up and we can buy a freehold, we will be prepared and ready. Because we want to have at least one freehold, ideally two, next to each other as close as possible.
yeah.
So we can have one that will have food buffs and one that will have rested experience buffs for people to sleep in. So you can eat at one and sleep at the other, and we'll have all sorts of stuff going on there. Like I've already gotten into practice of being a top chef and doing the farming thing to support that, and doing the hunting and fishing to support that.
And I do alchemy, and apparently now I do leather or tailoring. Sorry, taverns will have voice chat if I'm not wrong. Correct, they will. TGFT should get a guild freehold. That'd be nice. 5 years. I know, Lyat. 5 years. That's how long we've been around. That's been crazy. I can't believe it already.
Yeah, actually, well,
but-
longer than that, like a little more than 5 years, because we had Ash's Party 5 in 2018. It was the beginning of 2019, so 6 years. 6 years.
Yeah. And
6 years we've been
also,
TGF Tavern.
one of the cool things from people over on YouTube, Tom Koch had said, wouldn't it be amazing if you could get like chat where if you sat at a table, you would hear the voices only at the table, like really clearly, and all other like chats in the tavern were just like a murmur or like a buzz in the background. I would love that. I'm
gonna go ahead and change this video back and everything back to where we're bigger.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. This is just us murdering like some level 13 that stole our stuff, followed by a level 20 as a bunch of like 7 to 8 leveled characters. We're just showing us stuff off being like chaos gremlins, that's all.
We were running around halls of Judication and we died, we wiped, we spawned outside, came back in, and this like level 17 stole our loot from somebody's body. They turned purple, so we destroyed them. And then the 20, we fought them too. It was a blast. It was a riot. We felt very strong for a while, a couple hours.
Yeah, until we got wiped by the next person.
Yeah, and the next person rolled up and just laughed.
Tomox is planning caravan heist and hushed tones at the tavern table. Like,
Yeah,
okay, guys, what we're gonna do is you see that group over there? Don't look. Don't look. But you see them, right? They're right behind me. Okay, they're gonna get a caravan. But yeah, basically since Intrepid had like 15 people. Aww, Esteban, thank you so much. Cheers
thank
to you.
you.
Also,
Thank you
big
for that.
cheers to you, Chapu, because I finally got my drink refilled. So
continuing subs is a fantastic thing to do. We appreciate it. Cheers. Actually, I might need to go down and get a refill on my drink.
ooh, Wouldn't that be so cool? Like caravan, like Mario Kart almost, where you can like ram into another person's like caravan with your caravan.
Oh my gosh, get Mad Max with it.
Caravan Wars.
Spiked caravan wheels.
Yes. Actually, this I believe. What did you get me again? I was really Moscato. No.
Oh yeah, those are Moscatos. Moscato d'Asti.
Moscato. Yes,
Mhm,
I was
mhm.
right. I like Moscato a lot.
Blah blah
so.
blah blah blah. Something about Moscato.
So the tavern will be tank. Yeah, exactly.
Tankavans.
Caravan tank. But are you my Esteban or a different Esteban?
Uh-oh.
Steven mentioned them a couple of days ago. And maybe not with caravans, with multiplayer
Oh
vehicles.
yeah. He said something about multiplayer vehicles
Yeah.
on his
Do
stream.
tell. I missed
And-
that. I want to know. Tell me.
I think he said it's to like lead into doing siege vehicles.
Oh yes, siege vehicles. The
Yeah,
trebuchet.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, we have. By the way, we have an ad. Let me dismiss it real quick.
Well,
Snooze
yeah,
it.
don't. Oh, snooze for 5 minutes. I was gonna say I usually wait until it gets down to like the last minute or 30 seconds before I click it to get the most time out of
Sorry.
the snoozes.
Sorry.
Yeah. I think there was. I want to say there was a multiplayer mount that we were able to pick up as a cosmetic along the way so far.
Oh yeah. So Kinko, hear me out. I'm with you. We make the Varan taxi as a guild, and we all get multiplayer mounts that Vertec was just referencing, and we offer rides to other people.
Yep. And since the name Uber is taken, and since it takes so long to get places in Vera, you could call it Snoozer. And you call Snoozer and you wait an hour and they pick you up, and then in an hour after that you get to where you want to be.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Just take a nap real quick. It's fine.
Esley makes the strawberry Moscato. Oh my gosh. I need to find that. I love strawberries and I love Moscato. That just sounds like a dream. Oh, jeez.
What am I supposed
Okay.
to? Okay.
But
Yeah, Riesling's good
but
stuff too.
Let's do it. Yeah, Riesling is pretty good too. But yeah, there's definitely going to be like 2-player mounts and stuff. You get the vehicle, I get the narcotic. Wait, I'm an alchemist. Should we trade?
Yeah, I was gonna say technically it should be the other way around. We got the alchemist here.
Are you also an alchemist? Are we competing businesses here? Or like, is it one of those like good cop, bad cops where like you sell the poisons and I sell the cure?
She's the alchemist, I'm the cook. We're obviously executives in this business, okay?
Oh, that looks so good, Layat. It's time to cook TV. Oh no. I'm glad you put a
Yeah.
comma there.
So I was gonna say that's why commas are important.
Yes.
Commas are very important.
Oh, fun fact. Something that just came up in my mind. I was watching a stream where Thor was like reviewing somebody's Steam game, and the way that they phrased it, it sounded like you were hunting and cooking villagers or like people that were coming to your town instead of
Okay.
entertaining them. So
Okay.
the guy was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to put that into my game now. Yeah. See, I'm good on that. I will shove money at you if you give me a really nice mount. I don't want to spend the money to breed mounts. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, that's an expensive hobby. I'm not sure how many people have tried it, but it's pricey.
Ooh.
You're trying to go from you're a level 1 trying to put through like wolves, and it's costing you a half a gold,
Enjoy.
over a half a gold.
Good night,
It's like
Tomac.
57 silver or something. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, you have a good night there, Tomac.
Real quick, Fuba
You
has a
rest well.
question for us.
Okay. I'm
What are
ready.
you
What's the
most
question?
looking forward to in the rest of this phase and next phase, not counting housing stuffs? I mean, first off, hi, I'm a pirate. Except I don't get to be a pirate.
Yeah, Fupo, that was a low blow saying not counting housing stuffs, because that includes the taverns, and I
The
know
tavern.
that
Yeah.
you know that that's where we were gonna go.
And secondaries, class secondaries, I'm also very much looking forward to.
Yeah, I would say secondaries. Yep. Knew you had to do it. But yeah, secondaries, and honestly, just I want to see my tank shield, and I want to see Vengeance get a fix. But those aren't announced as things that are coming at any certain time. But I know that they're bugs. Therefore,
Yay!
well,
Hi,
the shield is a bug, so it'll eventually get fixed for sure. But a Vengeance fix would be amazing. It would be amazing because that would give me all the self-sustain that I would desire if they would just give me like a 10 times multiplier on the shield that they give when you use Vengeance.
Yeah. Mr. Noobtastic says the price for auction house would be more tolerable if it wasn't for the RNG result, or animal husbandry. Sorry, not auction house. Why did I go to auction house?
Yeah.
But yes, for the RNG result, I agree.
Yeah, Fupo, I got the one from the Forge too, and yeah, I can't see it for the life of me ever at all.
Chappie says, "Please let me see my shield."
I know it's a tank thing.
Aw,
You
this
wouldn't
probably looks like it's meant
understand.
for animal husbandry. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
That you wouldn't understand what it's like to not see your shield?
No. The thing that Kinko said, Pirate looks like it's meant for animal husbandry. I was like, wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean, fair.
The first Grandmaster Animal Husbandry player will be richest in the game. I'm thinking, yeah, absolutely. Well, even if can see is missing, the texture still protect. Oh, fair. Like even if you could see your shield, if there's no texture on it.
Yeah, I saw that shield one time, and it was underneath my feet like a skateboard, and I've never seen it again since. But yeah, it was all black. It's like the chest piece I got out of Befallen. Right now, it looks like I'm wearing a really tight black t-shirt.
Yeah. Okay. Forest people. Gotcha. Yeah. Literally says more gardening though.
Yeah, Pirate or like the Monty Python bit where they're like, and your mother smells like elderberries. A Pirate mother literally could smell like elderberries with the branchlers fruiting the right way.
Oh
Just
my
saying.
gosh. I think there would be a firefly pet somewhere. I don't know, but there's definitely been some fireflies in the game as I was running around. In fact, I have a screenshot from one of our guildies as we were running a caravan. There were like fireflies and everything. It was really nice. They added the set bonus too. Yes, I saw that. The Fallen Forge gear. Excited for that.
I'll be right back. It's your turn, or my turn rather, to go refill my empty drink.
Oh God.
I'm
you guys,
almost out of water,
he's leaving you in my hands. Are you
Take care of
prepared
them.
for this?
Everybody, make sure she behaves.
Excited for this game to come out in 2030. I mean, yeah, it needs to take as long as it needs to. And if it comes out in 2030, that's not too bad, actually. Scatter! Gotta get Pirate Software to rebrand as a Pirate Software. Please, let's get Branchlers in his like pirate hat. That would be amazing.
That would be fantastic.
Could we do that, please?
Yes.
Like, Thor, if you ever see this, humor me. Or I mean, if nothing else, maybe if we ever get Thor on one day, I would totally try and make something like that.
That should be the Capstone Guild. That should be the Capstone Guild Pirate Software.
I love it. Pirates. Pocket Star, make it happen. You're gonna mention this? Oh God, I'm scared. Pirate Software. Pitch it as a Halloween crossover. Yes. You know what? If he's down for that, we would totally have him on for Halloween. We like to do our Halloween charity streams. Unfortunately, we missed this last one, but we love to dress up in our Halloween costumes. It would be so fun to do something like that. That would be amazing. Forest Pirates, let's go. Yeah, I had a slight joke with everybody calling me bloodthirsty lately. I don't know where that's coming from. But I'm like, am I a pirate? Is Chibi a pirate? Maybe not like pirate software pirate, but just like in general pirate if I'm bloodthirsty for caravans. I don't know. Yeah, having Thor here would be nice to chat with. Yeah, I think so. I think I would be incredibly, oh, sorry guys, I missed the ad break. There's an ad break, my bad. But I would be, I think, incredibly shy. But yes. And I think this person is not subscribed, so I'm just gonna say 100% to them, because yeah, I think Ashes will be worth the wait, however long it takes for us to get there. I think it'd be one of those things where there are so many really cool, intricate designs within Ashes that. Oh, you dodge ads? Nice. There's like so many really cool, intricate designs within the AshesofCreation systems that I can't wait to see how they all play together. Like we're already seeing it with the crafting and artisanship system, right? Where you go to try to make a slate weapon mold and you need this from here and that from there. And as an herbalism person, I had to go and get bluebell so somebody could get bluebell thread, you know, things like that. Ah, you're another necromancer, huh? Okay. I see you. I see you. Pirate necromancer at that. Interesting. I'm getting like dark druid vibes from that. Yeah. I need my BHs and make them better. Yeah. Can't wait anymore. Yeah. I think one of the things I'm really looking forward to is just seeing some of the other weapon types coming through. I mean, poor Dusty, I'm so sorry about your run in with the spear. I do not wish that upon you. But the spear looks interesting. I wonder what the spear would be like. I imagine spear is almost like spellbow or like wand, but melee version. I can imagine getting some really good quick jabs in with spear and then having book for some of the harder attacks. That would be really cool. You want a Tolnar? I want Tolnar too, just so I can see what they look like in game. Needs dead bodies to make necros. Peers towards Kinko. I'm just saying, if you're a cleric, is it really letting them die or is it just late rezzing? Hey Nuclear, welcome in. I'm good with that too. For the be careful he doesn't mishear you and give you a necromancer. Oh my gosh. You know what I want to see in this game? I want to see those cute little ferrets that PirateSoftware has. But could you imagine, like a little a little ferret that like comes and just like hangs out on the back of your neck as you run? It's just like a little ferret creature, and then when you stop, he like moves around a little bit. That'd be cute, I think. Or like, I don't know, like up on your head or something. I've never had one. Do they do those things? I don't know. Given Steven ideas. I think it'd be just really fun to have like more interaction. Yeah, Nuclear took a break, but I'm also not on your guys' server. I'm over on Lyneth with pirates and Overlord, and who else can I think of? Penumbra's in here. We let them die for the sake of testing. We heal the undead and kill the living creatures so we can heal more undead. Oh no. Pet interaction with synced animations is good. Yeah. I would like to see better rarities from the petting system. I think that's where a lot of us are struggling right now to get the better gear. Is that like... Well, we're talking about petting the huntables. Leave me alone. Man, he's picking on me. An undead mount, OMG, the undead wolf. Yes. And the $40 gold, I mean, yes, it's I wonder what the hunting system's gonna be like, because right now you just pet them to death. You're just like, oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. And then they just fall over dead. Pick on him back? I will pick on him back. My favorite though is okay. So question: did anybody else expect when you went to pet hunt the bears? The bears had that really cool marking on their back. I thought my bear was gonna have that really cool marking on its back too, but it was just a normal brown bear. But it looked really cool. I wanted it to look like that one. It's that Family Guy episode with Brian getting to pet really hard and going, "I'm going to bite." Yeah, basically. Same. Okay. Pats equals death. Yeah, you're petting them to calm them before slit. Oh no. Not the poor creature. How do I pet them to death if they're already dead? With there being a long hunting bow, it better be some fun pew pew and maybe some trapping or netting. I could see that. Okay, Planendorf. Have a good night. Vertec came back just in time to see you off as well.
Just in time.
Sandra says, I gotta head out, but thank you so much for the stream. Really glad to see y'all back and stable after a tumultuous few months. Thank you so much.
Indeed,
and thank you
we're
for
super
checking on
excited.
us.
Yes, thanks for stopping in.
It was
as
really
always.
nice that you would reach out and check on us while we were dealing with all of that. And I appreciate it. So happy to see you out here in apparently fighting pockets with tomatoes while he picks on flowers.
Leandros. Pirates well Planendorf.
Yeah. Must have PTR. Must have Ashes.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist the question because I was walking around the corner and I just heard the petting system needs more rarity. And it made me chuckle. It's adorable.
I don't want to talk about it with you. You picking on me.
I would never do such a thing. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm not like, there's a reason why I'm not the tank. Nothing about this is scary.
Hey, in a digital world, they can't see that, okay?
Honestly, I just have fun engaging with people in the game. Called her crazy. Couch time for Vertec. Ooh.
Man.
Ooh.
Man, oh man, that's fine. I have a whole other room over here. A whole other room.
He does. I literally asked him earlier if he was moving in up there.
I got my office upstairs. It's toasty up here.
That's okay. I can lock the bedroom, and the dog likes to sleep with me, so. Hey, I'm not the one that incited spousal fighting, spousal abuse.
So let's see. Kenko says, hoping some mini game or something like art taming. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just reading the question or a statement in chat. That's all. Every animal has a different tame. Common mounts like bears being easy and simple, but more exotic mounts with more complex mini games. Yeah. See, that'd be great. Almost skillfully dodged. Almost.
He didn't roll quite high enough. I rolled perception too high.
I'll have Chaffee there. I got the new whiskey smoker. We'll be good.
Yeah. Speaking of Chaffee, you should totally try that out if you haven't already. I got him. I showed him the whiskey smoker off of the Kickstarter, and he got a bunch of them.
Nice.
So, how's about you?
It's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of, because I had my headphones on when I was away from the desk, but yeah, I like the idea of being able to, when you see a creature out in the wild, it kind of has whatever crazy markings you would get if it did end up being a mount.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really nifty, because then you could actually see it and get excited when you see one as you're trying to hunt it, and then you get the extra hoping of maybe it'll become a mount, maybe it'll become a mount.
Now here's the question. Do you think that would cause a different stack size, or do you think it's one of those you gotta try and hope that you remember which, like, one of these bears will be the one that you're looking for of that specific marking?
You know, I think the different colors and whatnot should be different rarities.
I like that actually.
I mean, it would give that visible prestige as well as whatever level and health they get out of it as a mount or as a.
I could see that.
Beast of burden.
I just love the idea of putting a whole bear in your back. Yeah. Like, I'm just walking around and I stick a stack of 20.
Yeah, you can stick a stack of 20 bears in your bags, okay?
I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm totally running around. Like, I have the bag of holding, you guys. I've got the bag of holding. That's what's happening. It's a limited bag of holding, but it's a bag of holding.
Baby bear backpacks.
Bear backpacks. Stick a bear in your horse pocket. Yeah, the pocket you pull your horse out of.
I just wait till you start going out and hunting those rhinos. What are they called? I forget what the rhinos were called, but yeah, just rhinos, just a bag full of rhinos.
Or the big giant bunny mounts.
Yeah, when those are finally actually able to be tamed or caught or earned. I don't know how those are planned to be implemented.
Yeah, I don't know. Kinko says, I hope some mounts are exclusive to mount breeding. Like, to get the undead wolf, you have to breed the wolf with an undead horse. That'd be interesting. So some mounts are locked to the profession. Yeah, and I think that there are definitely going to be some that are locked to the profession. That profession is just not yet fully implemented yet with the... yeah, I see the Viva La Dirtbag. Thank you. With the full extent of, sorry, I had to get back on track with what I was trying to say. The full extent of the animal husbandry system. I think if you guys haven't seen it yet, one of my favorite videos that I've been sharing everybody, especially if you're new and you want to know exactly, like right now you're like, I don't know about the animal husbandry system. It feels kind of like, you know, you should check out this video from Doc Burns, aka the Copium Clinic. And he does a really good breakdown on just like how intensive the animal husbandry system will get eventually. Let me see, Doc Burns, animal husbandry, and it's a great watch in my opinion. So maybe Copium Clinic. I know he rebranded. Yeah. Genetics in an MMO. This is a great one. I think you guys would love, if you haven't seen it, you would love this video. And it shows you just how elaborate Steven is planning on this system to be in a very scientific way. Like, he actually understands some of it that I just right over my head because it's not my field. Steven said animal husbandry is the most complex profession. It will, absolutely. And that video breaks down just how complex it can get.
Yeah, his Dr. Doolittle video. I love it.
Yeah. I love it. Let me learn more about it. That's what I wanted to do way back before alpha. Yeah. His videos are great. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, absolutely. Do it. I'll watch that video tomorrow for sure. I'll make Dusty watch it too. Yeah, do it. Honestly, like, I love seeing some, like, not like new as in like new to content creation, but new people to the scene coming into Ashes who are content creators already, because I just love seeing like their learning about the systems and learning about all the things that Ashes can do, and it's just really fun to watch that, in my opinion.
Love seeing the discovery process along the way. I found out about this and found out about that. Wait, you said what?
Yeah,
man, that's a thing. You should check it out.
Also, thank you for saying that. That reminds me, somebody asked a little while ago that you joined like 3 weeks ago. Oh, awesome. That's cool to know. Well, welcome, Dusty. I apologize, it's nap time, love you, but no problem. Enjoy your nap.
Hey, you have a fantastic nap.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. But somebody asked earlier about sieges. Yes, I think they're planned for this phase. I can already, as an alchemist, make permanent ink for siege declaration scrolls, and as a tailor, make banners for different things as well. So, like, there's definitely stuff planned and they're implemented, because that's definitely different from phase 1. In phase 1, I didn't have access to making permanent ink as an alchemist, whereas I do now. So I thought that was really interesting. He didn't like it until then. Then I came by and showed him the way. Now he knows more than me. Yes.
Oh, that's
yes.
awesome.
I love it.
And the student becomes the master.
Yes. Wish there was some way to curb the power of Zerg guilds, says Dimmer. And honestly, I think, well, first off, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the tavern. And second off, I think there is. It may not be like the way that you think, like when you're just thinking of it naturally, but there are many a time, and I admire the actual pirates guilds for the fact that there's like a pure number of them and that they're very respectful about it. But I will say there was a group of like 8 or 10 that came and attacked our caravans in the tropics early on in phase 2. And we were just moving, I think there was like 4 or 5 of us. And we stood our ground while more of us showed up. But when we had even numbers, we took them on pretty well. And it was a very fun fight. And I think that's the thing, is like the way that you kind of counter these Zergy moments is through gathering numbers and having a plan. Because every time that's happened and we've gathered people together to like get in a VC and coordinate, we've typically come out on top, or at least evenly matched them. And I really appreciated that.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about alliances as well, because that's basically what a really large Zerg group is when they get into Ashes and form a lot of small guilds. Is it's a bunch of alliances, right? And yeah, you could say that they have like a unified goal, but if you can hit a really good alliance, you will also have a unified goal.
Yeah, and I think
work
that's
things out
a good
between
point.
each other. And if those 2,000 players were interested in the game, they would be playing regardless. And if they jump in a guild and they end up leaving the guild, then they're still going to be interested in that content. So they're still going to exist. They're still going to be around. They're just not going to be in that same guild. So there's still going to be the same kind of chaos and things happening.
Yeah.
But
and honestly, the point that you brought up about the alliance is a great point. You know, the way you combat a Zerg is bring a Zerg of your own through a bunch of smaller guilds grouping up together to taking them on. I agree.
Yep. And also when you think about it, right now is probably the worst it's going to get, right? It's probably the worst it's going to get because they're overpacking the servers in a small landmass. And the only way it could get worse is if somebody bigger than Pirate decided to jump in right now and just completely try to take over a server or something. But
yeah. Will these words age well? My words or y'all's words in the chat? Because I don't know if you noticed, but Ludaloo says, I'm still curious where Thor heard about the Brood Warden will cover itself in beetles and use them as armor. I don't think I've ever heard of that. And Mr. Noobtastic says, I think he was fantasizing Ludaloo. And Ludaloo's like, guerrilla tactics, split them apart, hit them at the same time. On the Zergs.
Yeah, when you bring it up, Lex, I'll probably watch somebody stroll in with a much bigger guild, like, let's just go in and wreck this stuff, and that's all they want to do.
The worst we'll ever get.
Well, numbers-wise, when you think about it. And so here's the thing, right? I don't know what server you're on. We're on Lyneth. We're there with Pirates, and they have actual Pirates guild names with Roman numerals at the end going all the way up to, like, 52 or something like that. So if there's that many, and there's at least, say, 20 people per guild before they decided to make a new guild for one reason or another, for just being a different division or a different focus, then that's at least 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And now, once you start like augmenting that up, that gets upwards of 2,000 and 3,000 people. That's like half of what, make your guild. TGFT 37. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
But The assumption that some of us are making is actually that some of those are like meme guild names somebody else made up just to slide in there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, so Dimmer, are you on Vira? Is that what I understand from your interaction there? And I mean, to his point, you know, Kinka says for me, it's a combat. If you're good enough, you can win fights, even a smaller group. Absolutely. And Mr. New Tapstick says, I'd rather deal with Zerg guilds than cheating ones. And that's absolutely like 100% true. The experience that I've had with a Zerg guild who's respectful in such case as, you know, Pirates has been, versus a guild who maybe not be a Zerg, but who are totally exploiting the entire time. And you know they're exploiting and there's nothing that you can do because you don't really want to cross that line yourself, is very different experiences. And like, I walk away from Pirates feeling okay with the fight. Like, I mean, yeah, did it suck that I lost the thing? Sure. But I walk away from someone who's exploited against us going, man, I really am frustrated that person's there, because that was very absolutely not fun and not fair. You know, in terms of exploiting it, like the not fair because you got Zergs, that's fair enough because it's game mechanics. But if you are exploiting, like, that's just rude, in my opinion. Sorry. I'm not trying to get ranty, my bad. I'll pipe down.
Oh, good. But yeah, I mean, I think we looked out that it was Thor running the actual pirate stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of like, and I can't even name anybody necessarily, but somebody else of similar size, but with like legitimate villainous intentions.
Yeah.
Were to roll in, then it could have been a whole different idea.
Yeah.
But either way, like I say, it's as bad as it's going to get ever because of the density. Because if you're in a place that's 5 times the size of this, I think we crunched the math, and if you were to include the 3 desert nodes in there, and you just multiply by node out to the full 85 main nodes, this is 9% of the map. With, by the way, what was it, 7,000 peak concurrent players?
Yeah.
Which the goal that Steven said before was, I think, don't quote me on this, I could look it up, but I think it was like 10 to 15,000 was the eventual like theoretical goal for something, 10 times the size. That's going to be much more spread out. Like, fine, a giant Zerg guild will hold a metropolis and its zone of influence, and that's all they'll really be able to hold. Everything else is going to be held by everybody else, and if everybody else is fed up with the Zerg guild being jerks, they're going to just demolish it.
Yeah,
like, it's going to happen.
And Canoof, yes, you are absolutely accurate. That is something that Thor has said, and that is something that he has actively shown in his experience. Actually, we are currently the mayors of New Ayla on Lineth, not like Vertek and I, but our guild. And Thor specifically said he was going to come down and have some of the pirates help us because we were struggling. Let me tell you how bad we're struggling at each phase with like copper and like zinc and all the things for the buy orders that are needed for things. But he's like, hey, I also need cloth armor. You know, there's not a place in the server that has the tailoring, you know, so let's get that up. And yeah, absolutely. I think he's shown time and time again that he wants it to be fair and not ruin the gameplay. Because there are other people on other servers, I'm not going to name names or guilds, but they do own predominantly most of the nodes. And that's crazy. He said he will level off stream until level 10, try again, maybe he joins launch. By what he said, Thor's interview. Yeah, and that's the hard part is like, I love Vertek and I having our podcast. And I mean, for me, I don't think leveling gameplay is all that riveting to watch. I mean, I feel like it's not like to talk down on anybody's content, because if you do it well, you do it well. I don't do it well. I just kind of get in the zone when I level, so I'd be boring to watch, just me like focused on leveling. You know, but like a lot of people do it and that's cool, but like also imagine how many people are like stream sniping you, like that's not
Yeah.
fun.
And the way
and
that Ashes is set up too, like we're gonna have to be real careful about what we stream, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
everybody's gonna have to be careful about what they stream, except
Yep.
for somebody huge in a gigantic guild that can actually protect and play defense for a lot of stuff. And like with average streamers, it's gonna be really tricky on what they stream and what they shouldn't stream, because it's so easy to get stream sniped and just get nuked by just a group barely bigger than yours, because they know where you're at, they're watching what's going on, and they can swoop in at the right time for them, of course, not for you, for them. So like, because think about it, like the really exciting content that we could stream, we're gonna have to put a delay on it, or we're gonna have to record it and stream it later, and like just play it in the background and talk about it while it's playing.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm down for the second one because that allows me to be present for the thing and not feel bad for like ignoring people that are like in the chat. That's my preference, but that's also why I don't really stream gaming as much. Also, I just really wanted to point out that Chaffee is saying that he thinks that Asmon and Thor should go at it.
Get him fighting at it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a battle for sure.
Create a library of decoy clips. Yeah, absolutely. Need to get in the habit of not leaving my inventory open the whole time I'm streaming. Yeah. Like, oh, that's some nice willow you got there.
Yeah, showing off the materials you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like imagine a streamer like, oh man, I've found like 3 legendary willow in the past 20 minutes. This is crazy.
Yeah, murder.
Oh, hey, look at that friendly looking person.
In-game, of course. Yeah.
Chuffy J is coming to say hi. Wait, why is he flagging?
Yeah, I mean, it always depends on like, what it is the community does. Quick oof for them.
For their legendaries. That's never going to die now. Oh
Quick
my
oof
goodness.
Them.
Oof
you
them.
Gotta oof them.
Gotta oof them. Oof.
Swollest of lumberjacks. I
Holy
love it.
cow.
I love it. I've come to protect your legendaries. Honestly, though, I've definitely seen that even in pickup groups. There's a reason why for phase 2, I went with a static group. And that's because in phase 1, a material dropped in Remnants of Civilian and I won it. And as soon as we wiped, they were trying to run for my body to pick up what I just won because I dropped it.
Well, I read on Reddit, someone put up a post saying that they were running around with a party, a little pickup group, and a rare drop material to craft an item dropped. And the rest of his party purposely got that person killed by mobs and whatnot, just so they could loot him for that drop and hoping it was going to hit the ground. Like, that's the type of stuff you're going to have to watch out for and keep an eye on. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's also like, that's pretty toxic to do within your own pickup group. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
My biggest concerns with Ashes are the crafted gear bonuses. I think we will need some kind of stat cap, or those at the top will have an easier time staying there. Pursue some serious gear checking PvP in its current state. Absolutely, Junko. I see that. And honestly, it was somebody's opinion. I forgot who, be it Vladis or somebody else that I was listening to, because I've listened to a lot of videos, where they said something about like having the damage that you do in PvP than PvE. Because some of the people in PvP hit like really hard, where you have like a tank or a cleric who are like wet noodles, like, I'm hitting you, but it's not doing much. But I don't think they're, we're ready yet for the balancing for everything. And I do know that they want it to be rock, paper, scissors. I think absolutely like a fighter could counter a cleric and has countered me as a cleric. But yeah, somebody definitely, Vlad, 50% damage in PvP. I thought it was him. Hope
Yeah, I don't know. It's
people...
always a difficult balance with stuff like that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Esteban, I don't know if they are, but that would be ideal. Otherwise, you know, there's certain people like in Lineth, there's somebody who is like constantly training mobs onto us. And we were up in Carfin and we had pulled a couple of dogs and we were trying to get to the other healer that was trying to join us. So we pulled a little extra because we were trying to push through it to get to her. And they were like, wow, what a crap level 8 man if you can't handle like the top floor of Carfin. And that was right after he tried looting our bodies and then got wiped to the same mobs that wiped us in an instant.
Yeah.
And I was like, payback.
You shall not cash, says my yeah, mages are crazy with how they can feed off each other too.
Felt like multiple Gandalfs just slapping people.
Because you just got to get, what, like one person there just constantly freezing everything and everyone else just throwing lightning left, right, and center.
Yep. I could see that. I regret to inform you.
Hmm?
I have 1 sip left.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yep.
How dare you run out?
I know. That's twice now.
It's twice. Oi. Well, folks, I think that might be about a cue that maybe we should go ahead and try to tap out here. We wanted to hang out for a little bit there because, you know, if Dusty was going to raid over to us, we didn't want to be in mid-raid out at the same time. So we wanted to hang out a little bit longer.
Look, if I didn't have to work in the morning, I would totally be up for a third. Let me tell you. It would totally be game on, but
trouble only comes in three.
Instead of tapping out, you should just have your drinks on tap.
I mean, that's an idea for sure.
Look. Currently, I'm the only web developer at work, okay, for my company, and I need to like put in the good time, you know. So maybe when my boss comes back, I can ask for, you know, a little late start on Wednesdays, which means that I could stay later on Tuesdays because I am definitely enjoying this. I just
all we got to do is start making enough money with TGF Tavern. That way Chibi can focus on doing TGF Tavern stuff. And then you could have Chibi all night, and then I would be the only one having to leave and run away and do work stuff.
True, you would. We could talk for hours, and then you would get sick of me.
Hey, well, Junko, thank you for stopping by. It's much appreciated for sure.
Oh my gosh. And Julian, hello, thank you. Julian says caravan idea when fully implemented will be incredible, and I agree.
Yeah, the caravan stuff's gonna be super fun. I mean, it is fun right now, but it's less fun if you're solo.
Yeah. But yeah, we failed to raid over to Dusty. So who shall we raid over to now?
Yeah, so I think it should be up for a vote because we have 2 options that I'd like to put up for. Wait. Well, 3 options. No, he's been going for a while. He's probably tapping out here soon. So yeah, 2 options. We have Theory Forge, who is one of the older content creators for Ashes of Creation, right there with us.
Yep.
This is one of 3 that make up all of Theory Forge. This is Phantom.
That's fair.
Or Fant MX.
Chaffee says, let's say hi to Phantom. Lulu says Phantom is still streaming.
Okay. Because I was gonna say the other person is this Elite 7, I guess, who's someone they've only got like 12 viewers over there and actually looking over Ashes stuff. So it's either Ashes content with somebody that we as a Golden Feather Tavern don't know, Not that that's a bad thing. Just saying we can't vouch for their content is all. We don't know.
We got
don't
3
know
for Phantom so far.
Okay.
Phantamax. Phant
Phantom
MX.
X.
That's what it was. Phant
Yeah, Phant
MX.
MX. That's what it was.
I have to continue to recruit him. Okay.
All right. Well, then Theory Forge it is.
And yeah.
We'll
The
get this
classic
right.
Referral dilemma of Ashes.
Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. This guy gets it. Doodaloo.
Oh my gosh.
All
Are
right.
you starting the raid or shall I?
Yeah, I'll get it going here.
Okay.
Did you wish to say
Currently-
anything before I do my piece?
I guess I will say, yeah, in his game of like Stars Reach. Oh, okay. Also a pre-alpha game. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Tristy. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, hello. Welcome in
Thank
again.
you so very much, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate you. This is our more chill Tavern Talk podcast type of thing, which honestly, I think maybe we should just call it a series of like conversations rather than like episodes, maybe at this point because of how long we've been going. But we try to have planned conversation things and then just see where y'all take us. And Canoe, thank you so much for the follow. And yes, Jan, thank you. We are so glad we're back as well. If you like this kind of
Yes.
content, again, feel free to follow us if you're on Twitch, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and if you want to help support us to make our streams better and or help us maybe make some really cool things for you guys, feel free to throw us a subscription on Twitch or a membership on YouTube. Final question coming from Julian. What do you guys think about the corruption system? I think it could improve a lot by expanding the number of murders a little to obtain level 1 corruption. And I think that would make sense. I feel like accidentally murdering one person and getting like what tier 2 or 3 corruption is kind of intense, but that's just a glance cursory response for me.
Yeah, I think we'll see. I don't know.
Thank you.
Because I've heard that it becomes easier to get higher corruption after you kill more people, and that right off the bat you don't gain it terribly fast. I think someone to get up to level 3 had to kill like 10 people, because that's one thing they tested with the characters. They went out and they murdered non-combatants, and they had to kill like 10 people to get to level 3.
Yeah.
Like in a row. They had to kill 10 without gaining a lick of experience with anything. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I need to see more testing. I need to try it myself. I'm gonna make a villain character and I'm gonna try it.
Okay, I was like, on your main?
No. I'm literally gonna make a villain character with somebody I know, and I'm gonna get to level 5, and they're gonna get to level 5, and maybe make another level 1 that I can slay. And I just want to see how it looks and what it does and how it works.
Yeah. But that's my final thing, and I mean, you have your little spiel on the out, or is it my turn to do the spiel on the out?
Oh, I'm about to unload.
Okay,
Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by, especially those who stopped by a second night and decided to still hang out beyond just the initial raid. It's super appreciated. We would not be here doing this thing without you folks out there, especially those of you who are taking part in conversation. It's cool to lurk. No shade on you. Lurk away. Enjoy the content. Enjoy the chats.
Yes.
But those who are chatting, I just want to express especially bigger thanks for you as well. You could
Even
have been doing
taverns need the people brooding in the corner. Just saying.
It's true. Got to fill those seats. Make it look busy. Make
Ew.
people want to be there, to be around more peoples. But yeah,
And
you
to
could have
hear
been
their
anywhere.
gossips.
Could have been doing anything. You could have been hunting down your own Ashes content on the wiki
man.
that we spoke about earlier, to maybe have your own little stream exploring
And
random
Hi-Fi.
things and lore you find. Oh, wahoo.
I'm sorry that you're coming in late, but we'll be back on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern time with a guest this week for our podcast. Otherwise, we'll have everything on replay on YouTube and Twitch. So
Yeah, for right now, we're raiding over to an old friend.
Theory Forge.
This is one of 3 that make up Theory Forge. This is a Phantom X. Call him Phantom
and you
X.
have like a couple seconds.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We will catch you around next time. Until then, take care. Rest well.
Take
See
care.
you then. Bye.
Bye.